That's about as American as it gets, bro.
It's American.
Is this thing on?
Check 1 2 1 2.
It's fucking crazy.
They're invincible, indestructible. These living for like 10,000 years.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hunt for Greatness podcast.
Man, I'm scared if I do that.
You got to keep your mouth. You want your mouth probably about like tongue length from that thing, Brooks. I know you got a long tongue, boy.
Long ass motherfucking tongue.
I got Brooks Williams, Paul Gaither on the Hunt for Greatness podcast. Huh? We
What
out
up?
here. We out here getting it, boys.
See, I thought you were going to be all fucking weird and nervous, man, but you're going to be fine with this.
Well,
Don't look at that camera.
Thanks for reminding him, Paul,
Yeah.
to be weird and nervous.
I don't know how to hold this damn thing.
You don't have to hold
You
it.
look like Ricky
Oh.
Bobby right now.
I don't know where to put my hands.
Where do I put my hand?
You
at?
can do it like this. Like you can face it like this,
Oh, okay.
and then you can kind of adjust.
And bring that thing on to
Yeah,
me.
you sound good though. I can. Can everybody hear everybody? Cool.
Yeah, I can hear everybody.
He's doing like a weather broadcast. He ain't broke eye contact with that camera yet. Not one time.
Where the fuck am I supposed to look
Picking
at?
on him, Paul.
Oh, okay, shit.
Oh.
Well, I gotta be in the camera, don't I?
I mean, yeah, you're in there,
Okay.
dude.
It's-
You're in there. They can sense your presence, dude.
I feel like they know you're in there more than you know you're in there.
Dude, your voice sounds good on that microphone.
I
Paul.
love talking into this fucking thing, dude.
I don't know why you don't have a podcast. Honestly,
Man, you know,
I think you should.
I don't know if we talked about this last time or not.
About a
like-
food truck.
Well, there was talk of a food truck, but Sarah wanted me to do like a podcast about Southern raised white male that has progressive thoughts politically.
You should call it Southern Raised White Male. SRWM, boy.
God,
You know how much attention that would get just because
but
of
you
the
know
name?
what? Every time I would introduce the podcast and try to remember those letters, I'd scramble them shits up and be like
MSCB.
BR549. Did I get a niner in there?
Teriyaki 72. Hey, so what's the deal with him? Tell me what you saw today.
So, man, I was looking just because, like, I saw a bunch of memes initially on social media. So as soon as I see news on social media, I start fact checking because I really want to know what the fuck's going on. But like this little kid, I've been watching him do all this where he got busted and whatnot, and so he'd been like, this has all happened like last November or whatever, and then like yesterday they had his trial where he's already made agreements with like the federal, courts and like all the federal groups that he was going to just start flipping on these cats. And like he was in some I thought Trey 9 Bloods.
So that's where Teriyaki 6ix9ine comes from, or whatever his
Tekachi.
name. That's
But
where
he was talking about like he had jobs and shit. Like for a while he worked in he was busting tables or blah blah blah, and then he ended up getting asked to rap because he looked like he would be a good rapper, and then did some Eastern European tour, and then got busted, and now he has a bunch of racketeering charges and like gun violence charges and like drug charges. But like he literally was on the stand talking about that dude right there is blah blah blah
Oh,
in the
shit.
gray suit. That is Hootie Hoo in the brown suit.
singing like a bird.
Man, and it makes me fucking sick. Sick.
That dude was never meant to live that life. That's the problem.
No.
He got a face tattoo, and they thought he should look like a rapper, and he dyed his hair rainbow colors and ate some Skittles and was like, yo, carrying around a pit bull puppy. Does anybody know what he actually did?
No, so, just drugs?
Like, he got caught with drugs.
He got caught with drugs. He got caught with. He got charged.
Racketeering charges. I believe.
Racketeering charges.
So
and
what
then-
does that mean? Like
Well,
you're
so-
planning to do some shit?
Well,
or you're-
racketeering charges is usually organized crime
Mm-hmm.
charge. So it's some sort of money laundering,
Laundering,
or
okay.
something on a really large level.
Yeah.
And they just throw that RICO shit out there, and they say
RICO's racketeering. What does that stand? It
in
stands
a
for.
criminal organization.
Yeah,
maybe?
yeah.
I'm
Something
thinking
like
that's
that.
what it
yeah.
is, but don't Don't quote me on that, guys.
See, you sound good when you get up. Move that thing close to your Move that thing close to your
Put
mouth,
that thing
boy.
on your mouth.
Well, the reason why I was even thinking about it was because there was a couple times, like, this cat like rap for a living, right? And there was like 3 or 4 times the judge goes, "Do you think you can back off the mic, please?"
So he was like
He's
all
just
up.
like, you know,
He's like, dude, you sound like a dog with peanut butter on the roof of your mouth.
Like a dude talking with a bunch of fucking gravel in his mouth.
That's kind of how he raps.
Yeah, so I've never listened to any of his rap yet.
It's kind of hard,
today.
dude. It's kind of hard, but now you're never gonna see it as that because you know who he really is.
Because he's a fucking
Soft
snitch.
bitch.
Yeah.
Snitch,
Crab
stands for soft
ass
bitch.
yeah.
So he was pointing people out in the courtroom.
Like, he literally, like, you could hear the dialogue. There wasn't any video, but he was just like, there is such and such in the gray suit. And they go through everything, and he points at all these people, and he goes, I would like, you know, the lawyer, or the defendant, or whoever, he's like, I would like to let it be known that Tekachi 69, or Mr. Hernandez is what
that
his
his
name
name?
is.
Yeah.
Mr. Hernandez has pointed out blah-blah-blah, 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 like just started naming these names. I'm like, holy shit. And this is all people that are in this Trey 6 or Trey 9 blood group.
Snitching them out, right
Just
in court.
gang members.
That's called dry snitching, ain't it, when you do it right in front of them?
Yeah, because you're about to get dry rubbed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Dude, Brooks, have you seen Righteous Gemstones on
No.
HBO? Oh, my God. Me and Paul were talking about it earlier. It's the new Danny McBride show.
Oh, yeah.
And it's directed and written by Danny McBride.
Yeah.
And it's fucking ridiculous.
Bluish hue.
Dude.
My plums.
Oh, I found out why he's
Down
in
to my
Wilmington,
plums.
dude. He's in Wilmington because they're filming Halloween 2.
Oh, so, you know, somebody mentioned to me yesterday that, like, it would be a prime time to, like, try to find Jamie Lee Curtis somewhere in town, and I'm like, I'm good, man. Like,
Dude, I'll go search for McBride,
What's she, like,
dude.
60 years
I'll
old?
search
I'd spend a
for
little time searching for Danny McBride, but I'm not looking for Jamie Lee Curtis for an extended period of time.
Come on, dude. 5 seconds, I'm done with that search. If
Next-
she's not out there in the front yard running from Michael Myers, I'm done looking.
Yeah, that's
Fuck.
what I'm talking
You know
about.
what's crazy? I was thinking about it, dude. Michael Myers will be in Wilmington on Halloween because they're filming Halloween in Wilmington. Dude, Michael Myers scared the shit out of me when I was a little kid, dude.
Michael Myers got me. Leatherface got me more than any of them.
That's what I was about to ask you. Like, what movies scared y'all the most?
Pinhead.
I've never
Really?
even seen that. I've never
He's
seen
a
it.
suspect motherfucker.
Yeah,
I ain't
he
gonna
is.
lie.
I've
but
never
man,
seen it.
but-
That's Hellraiser, right?
Hellraiser.
Hellraiser.
Okay.
But I will have to say that I think what scared me about the chance for Leatherface the most was the fact that I could identify with, like, his background, like being rural fucking Texas dude that's just like decided to fucking smoke people with a chainsaw and then like sew them together into nice clothes and shit. Like, that's fucking G.
Yeah, because it's based on a true story.
But it's scary because it's super violent. Well, it's based loosely on a story about a guy in fucking. If I'm not mistaken, we can do some background.
we
check
don't
on
need
this.
to. I'm going to check you right now.
No
with my
fact
brain.
checks, folks. But it's the dude that participated in some heinous crimes of stripping people of their skin and sewing it together somewhere in Wisconsin.
Oh, was it Wisconsin?
I think
Okay, I
it's
didn't know that, but I
Wisconsin.
know the guy's name was Ed Gein or Ed
Geis.
Gein or something.
Geen or Geis.
Something like that.
Yeah, that's
So
it.
I did read that he made a lampshade out of somebody's skin, and he also made a belt out of someone's nipples.
See, now, isn't that
Swear to
more
God, dude.
Silence of the Lambs than
I don't-
motherfucking Leatherface?
Eating people, Silence of the Lambs, like cannibalism. I don't think Leatherface
Yeah,
ate
but the
people.
dude that fucking
Wild-
told people to
Wild
put the
Bill.
lotion on the skin,
Oh, that was Buffalo Bill.
Buffalo Bill.
I
yeah.
feel
That
like
was
that's-
based on a true story too.
I feel
'Cause
like
they're-
that's based on this same cat, though. I feel like it's all based
Might
loosely
be.
on this guy.
It might be, dude.
He's
That's
a fucking weirdo.
super weird, dude. But like, how in
Chime in, bitches, if you know.
drop a comment if you're a psychopath. If
Holy
you've
shit.
ever ate anybody, how many people do you think?
If you have any people in your freezer currently, we would love to hear from you guys.
Call the hotline now.
Hotline.
Serial killers, welcome.
This
Dude,
is sponsored by Hamburger Helper.
how many? How many people you think have eaten a person, like
Man,
currently
so-
alive on the earth right now?
I can't begin to estimate something like that. But what I can tell you is I do have a favorite group of people who ate people, and that was that rugby team that crashed in the Andes.
Oh yeah.
And had to eat some of their team to
live.
survive.
What?
You ain't seen this movie?
No,
it's called
dude.
Alive.
It's a true
and it's
story.
one of the single greatest true stories ever.
Holy shit! Can you
so
tell it to me?
They plane crash. They were on their way to a rugby match. They plane crash in the Andes in like the fucking wintertime. Okay, they're up high on this mountaintop, and like some of them are fucked up. Some of them didn't make it through the crash. They've rationed out their food, gone through their rations, and like they're trying to fucking figure out how to get saved or whatever. Well, the bodies ain't really got hot. They cold. Cats get hungry. They start eating people.
I mean, I would definitely. Eat
So
a
it's their
person.
teammates. Man,
if you look at me, there ain't a whole lot that I wouldn't eat.
I'm just wondering though, like if the rubber hit the road, Brooks Williams, would you fucking eat a human being?
You goddamn skippy.
I would definitely eat it. You
Oh,
didn't even
in a
have to
second.
ask me, did you?
I'm gonna tell you what, if they got some Cholula on deck, I'm down for anything.
Cholula.
Yeah.
What part you eating first, dude?
The ass cheek.
Dude, you're the second person that said that.
That's the fucking delicious looking part to me. Like, how many times have you looked like at an ass
That's
cheek?
the ribeye, bro.
Now look, no, check it out, man. Like, I know we've all seen some good asses in our time, but like, how many times have you seen a good ass like that, and your initial thought is, God damn, I'd love to take a bite of that motherfucker.
Yeah. Just
You know
want to
what
put
I'm
some
saying?
barbecue
Just
sauce on it.
yeah. But I'm gonna bite it eventually. Ass cheek. That's where I'm headed.
Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking dudes,
Oh,
and I really don't.
I mean,
Oh,
really,
an ass cheek
if
is
I'm
an
thinking
ass
I'm going to
cheek.
eat a dude, because there's not any really girls on the flight, right?
I mean, it's a rugby team, so probably
well,
not.
so there was
Probably
some.
not.
I think there was a group of parents on there, like a
Okay.
small group of some of their parents that had like decided to try.
The older the person, the probably worse the meat.
Oh,
though.
it's like catching a big ass drum. You can't eat no big ass drum. It's gonna taste shitty.
Yeah, or like if you shoot a 30-year-old fucking elk.
Oh,
It's gonna be tough.
or squirrel.
Like an old.
It's hard to make squirrel delicious. I've
Yeah,
tried
dude.
a
Really?
lot. Yeah, dude, it's really hard to get squirrel.
See, I
delicious.
definitely have been in the
I've
house
eaten
for too
squirrel
long.
and
And
wasn't
I
that
used to
great.
fucking hear trash talk about bear until I got in with this group of guys from up here where I'm at, and like some dudes I play ball with. But they brought me some bear that had been cooked.
Delicious.
So good.
Really?
No grease, like just
Yeah, because
good.
it's real greasy. Like,
Dude, they've figured out a way around that, man. It's really good.
damn.
Yeah.
Dude, have y'all heard of these bears that live on these islands and all they eat's blueberries and their meat is blue? And it's supposed to be the best meat you've ever had in your life. It's called blueberry bear, dude.
I'm going to tell you what right
I
now,
have
folks.
never,
If there is
never
any
heard that.
way in my life that I can get bear meat that has only been seasoned with the best blueberries, I'm fucking all. I will spend an exorbitant amount of money on that shit. I would love to have that.
I would love to
Not
have
that
a
I
piece
want
of
this
that.
bear population on this island wiped out or decimated.
Just one bear.
Well, can't we just
It's like
get a
500
bear,
pounds of meat.
domesticate him, and feed him fucking blueberries?
That's a lot of blueberries.
Well, you get a
son.
male and a female, and
Dude,
you just
it'll
have
cost you
them-
$1 million worth of
no,
blueberries.
no.
Do you know how much
I
a
think
bear
that-
eats,
I
bro?
think that number is way off.
$500,000.
in blueberries.
Yeah, dude.
Do you know how many blueberries you could get for $500K?
Dude, all right. So fence in a blueberry field and have like 2 or 3 bears in there.
Then it's kind of like veal bear.
It is. Oh my god.
He can't roam around, so his muscles get all tender. Oh, it sounds so.
So
good.
you're eating an ass cheek first off a human.
Yes, a
what
bear
you
ass
eating off a human? What you eating off a human?
I think I'm going to go with probably more of like a thigh or something.
See, I was thinking like quad or back strap, probably. I feel like around your
dark
spine
meat.
it's
I
probably
want the
going.
dark meat first.
I
around
think a
your
calf would be delicious too.
calf probably would be good.
Yeah.
But see, the butt cheek's
that's
got
the-
all that fat.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
That's like a
Seasoning.
ribeye, dude.
Seasoning.
I love a
Marbled
fatty piece of meat.
to perfection.
You think a butt cheek's marbled?
You can do some burnt.
Probably.
It's gotta be, dude.
It has to be striations of fucking fat in there.
Has to be, dude.
But you just don't want that gristle.
You can do some burnt ends with that asshole.
Ooh,
Whoa,
eat the
ain't
asshole.
nobody eating asshole.
It already looks burnt.
Brooks done moved on from thigh to chitlin. Like, I know what I'm having for dessert. Give me some lower intestine.
Human chitlins, bro. Ugh. It
sounds
probably
so
look
bad.
like that, right, dude? How much innards is in there, dude? There's probably a shit ton of innards in there, bro.
There's got to be.
But you're eating it all. Like if you're
Oh.
stranded out in fucking where'd they crash at?
So it was the Andes Mountains somewhere
Like
outside
snow,
of Bolivia.
freezing.
Yeah. So it was cold, and they had turned the fuselage of the plane into actually like a place they ended up staying, and kind of just did some really fucking super resourceful shit. They were smart kids. They were at like a private school. So
That's how you know they're smart.
yeah, I mean, well, you know, it was
They
a
ain't
group
got no
of rugby
choice.
players in South America that were traveling on a plane. Like, they've got to be some affluent people in there. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. It's
Did they get saved or?
well, eventually, man, watch the fucking movie.
I want you to tell me.
Nah,
Fuck
nigga,
the movie,
nigga.
dude. I want to hear it from
I
Paul
can promise
Gaither.
y'all this: Gaither don't do fucking spoilers. You can put the work in just like I did, and I'm one of them cats too that will watch a fucking movie and get about halfway in and think it fucking sucks. And Brooks can attest to this. Like, I can tell you the fucking name of the movie that we went and saw that was like this, but I won't fucking leave. I will sit it the fuck out. The name of the movie, folks: The Men Who Stare at Goats.
Oh my god!
Was it?
That's the fucking worst movie I've ever seen.
Wasn't it George Clooney?
So yeah,
It's got a bunch of good actors in
It's
it.
some great fucking cast. Kevin Spacey before he got weird.
Isn't
Yeah.
Brad Pitt
Yeah,
in
yeah.
it? No. Is Brad Pitt in it?
Nah, but it was this government group that had hired a hippie to train people to like just be fucking. It's a weird fucking movie. I don't
Seen
even
parts of it, but I
So-
don't remember it.
Yeah, but
I don't remember a damn thing about it.
They showed all the funny shit in the trailer, and we got there, and it was like they showed all of that at the beginning of the movie, and the next hour and a half was fucking torment. But I sat there, and Brooks was out. Brooks done fell asleep in the fucking movie theater. Like, he was like, man, I can't believe we're fucking staying and watching this bullshit. Like, the last time I let you pick out a movie, man, you fucking suck.
I mean, even the title sounds intriguing.
well,
dude.
that's why we went,
I was
because
like-
goats.
Yeah.
This has got to be fantastic.
Yeah.
It was not that good.
Just left the goat fucking and went to
It
another
was
goat
like
fucking.
it was like watching wet paint dry. That's
Was
what
it? It was
like.
terrible, wasn't it?
It was terrible.
God, I hate it. Dude, I think the worst
It's
movie.
like watching brown grass grow.
I think the worst movie I've ever seen in my entire life, and God rest his soul,
Oh, no.
Robin Williams. But Bicentennial Man was probably one of the worst fucking movies I've ever
Folks,
seen.
I'm going to go ahead and second that.
Dude, it was so
fucking
bad.
hated that movie.
It was
seen it.
so
Hey,
bad.
let me go ahead and save you 2 hours of your life. Because if you waste 10 seconds thinking on it, it's not worth it.
Dude, it's so fucking
movie's
bad.
terrible.
I saw it when I was like 12, and it's still the worst movie I've ever
God,
seen.
it
in
was
my
so
fucking
bad.
life, dude.
So bad.
Well, the last movie I remember from Robin Williams was Jumanji.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah,
Well,
that was all right.
Goodwill Hunting.
Great.
That's
Great
another
movie.
good
Robin Williams was the shit.
Yeah.
Flubber
Fl-
was not that great, but
Whoa.
no. But you remember
Did
the
you
movie
just say
Jack?
Flubber?
Do
Whoa.
you remember the movie Jack?
I feel like I remember Jack.
It's
man.
where he
Didn't
was like a
get
40-year-old dude, but he had like he was in a
he was in a
40-year-old
kid's-
body.
Kid's mind.
Yeah, but he grew up like 5 times faster than a normal
Yeah.
person.
It was like that fucking Billy Madison movie, except
Yeah.
it was Robin Williams.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Dude, Billy Madison was the shit.
Well, man, it's Adam Sandler.
I love the old Adam Sandler movies, dude.
Dude, Adam Sandler, Chris Farley, like that was Saturday Night Live for me. Peak. It's like some of those characters: Will Ferrell's, David Spade's, fucking John Lovitz, Ellen Cleghorn. Man,
Who is the guy that plays? He's Bruce in the. Remember me and you after we did our first podcast, we were sending those memes and shit back to each other about the Jeopardy shit. The Saturday.
so
night.
does Bruce? Okay, so I can tell you all the people that were on the one particular one. So it was Sean Connery, Greg Hammond.
Okay.
Okay,
Alex
there was
Trebek,
Billy
Will Ferrell.
Catan. Billy Catan did the dude French Stewart from Third Rock from the Sun, and he actually fucking nailed it.
Yeah.
And then Norm Macdonald did Burt Reynolds.
Okay, yeah, he was so good, dude.
And he was like, the whole time he was chewing gum, he was like,
yeah, just,
he just
chomping on it.
Dude, he was, and I still watch. So Norm Macdonald's got a Netflix thing too.
What, like stand up or something?
Nah, man, it's him and this one other cat, and they sit down and talk to people, just like Dave Letterman's thing, but like it's in Norm's format.
Yeah.
If you like Norm's humor, it's really good. I think Norm Macdonald's a fucking genius.
He
but
is. He's
That's
funny.
just me. He's a Canadian dude.
He's
There's a lot of
fucking-
fucking good Canadian comedians.
Yeah, there is.
But you don't really hear much about it. Most of the American guys overshot it. Have you seen Dave Chappelle's new special? Primo.
Spot on.
Man,
He's my favorite of all time as far as stand up.
I've never in all my days, and I've seen a lot of comedians, and there's a lot of people that make me laugh. But for him to, like, he makes me laugh at the television. But this last special where he's talking about fucking political correctness and like people's opinion, like his take on it is fucking so ahead of our time. Like the way Dave Chappelle sees social issues it should be a blanket fucking policy.
He's always been ahead of time, even since Chappelle's show with the black white supremacists and
it was
trading spouses and like when he did the black guy trades the white spouse and the white spouse.
And he's sitting on that toilet reading that book called White People.
And he walks in the house and he's like, "I don't smell no dinner cooking, bitch." Yeah. First thing he says when he walks in. Yeah. And then he's dressed up as the white guy and he's like, "I think I'll just pull my penis through this hole."
Oh, that's not hurting you, is it?
Is this a nightstick?
Yeah.
Yo, the racial draft. Do you remember the racial draft?
It's where the fucking so the career or the black people pick up Tiger Woods, and who was it that the Asians they got? The RZA, the Jizza.
Oh yeah,
they picked up the Wu-Tang Clan in the racial draft. Yeah.
So what's up with this new Wu-Tang Clan show? Have y'all seen that?
I've watched one episode.
How is it?
So I haven't seen the show.
It's weird because it's hard to follow who is who because it's not
really
the actual
them.
people.
Well, the people you see, it's almost like the only one you can really tell is ODB.
Right.
And he's just so obvious to know who he is.
ODB's son, a Young Dirty Bastard's in the show, but he doesn't play ODB.
Really?
Yeah. That's what the guy at work was telling me. He's real into
he looks like his father.
He's real into the show, too. And I was like, that's fucking odd that they didn't cast him as ODB.
He might be playing someone else in the movie.
He is. And I can't remember who they said he was playing.
So you're talking about the Hulu spot, right?
Yes.
Yes. See, I haven't watched that yet, but I have been watching.
Oh, it's on Hulu.
I watched a few episodes of the actual 36 Chambers thing on on Showtime.
I like that.
Yeah.
They're all sitting in the movie theater talking shit.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I really enjoyed that. You're a big Wu-Tang Clan fan, right?
Yes.
I am, and like the thing about the Wu-Tang Clan is like if you really appreciate the Wu-Tang Clan, like their individual accomplishments, like are just really cool, man. Like how Method Man's done what he's done. I mean, he's gone way beyond. You know, he's done like acting, a lot of big acting. He was on The Wire.
Yep.
He's been in like a couple movies.
How High?
That was like a cult classic too.
Oh, I love that
everybody
movie.
fucking loved that movie.
Yeah.
And now he's currently in something that's some sitcom that's like currently being aired. So, but yeah, so that and
Belly, one of my probably one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah.
RZA,
Yeah. Nice.
he did some.
Is that the illest nigga in Nebraska? You ain't the illest nigga in Nebraska.
Yeah, my favorite part was when the guy looks like Cat Williams comes out eating the banana, and he's like, "I don't like them."
Yeah, that's the guy.
Yeah,
That's the illest nigga in Nebraska. I love that movie.
But so
yeah,
RZA,
their individual accomplishments are.
Yeah, so RZA did a bunch of like movie scores. Like he did that Afro Samurai thing, the Ghost Dog, and then like Jizza though, man. Like Jizza's solo stuff is probably my favorite.
He's got a show on Netflix too.
I say that, but then I want to say like if you've never heard Ghostface Iron Man, you can't fucking tell me shit about rap. Don't if you've never listened to fucking Iron Man by Ghostface Killer from one end to the other, you're a fucking idiot. That's really what I'm talking about. If you like rap,
It's like real hip hop.
It's real fucking hip hop.
Like
Daytona
Outkast.
500,
Like, I love
man.
Outkast,
oh man,
too.
Dude, that whole album just is sick.
It's
And
sick.
they're all they're all from Brooklyn, right?
Nah, man, they're all Staten Island. Well,
Staten Island.
Staten
That's
Island,
right.
but like, so Jizza lived across the river somewhere. It was all in that special, but then like Method Man also, he was from Brooklyn or Long Island and then moved to Staten Island. But that whole core group of like You God, Ghostface, Raekwon, RZA were all like Staten Island folks.
They're so different than anything that's ever been put out. Honestly,
At their time, man, like nobody was doing that shit.
Nobody
they were
still
doing,
has
man.
ever done it.
Mm-mm.
Like it's just so different, dude.
Like, I mean, you think about it, man. Like, 90s rap, when we were fucking listening to, like, rap in the 90s, like, who is a rap group now? Everybody's solo, right?
I don't.
No, you got the the three Amigos.
Or Amigos, yeah. But that's
So
like
that's
the,
all you can tell
that's
me
like
right
the
now?
only group.
I can.
God damn it. What the fuck keeps hitting my leg, man? I feel like there's a cat under here that keeps
Dude,
getting
I
my
can't
ankle
stand cats, bro.
So it's probably this cord, man. It's starting to freak me out a little bit. I ain't even gonna lie. So
there really ain't no groups now, really.
Nah, they ain't. So there was Beastie Boys, Run DMC, fucking
EPMD.
The Locks. You remember the Locks?
Locks, yeah.
Yeah, Jadakiss and fucking.
I love them.
Yeah, so Gangstar, Mobb Deep, like that's how it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now it's just like
Capone and Noriega. One of my
solo
favorites of all
motherfuckers
time.
that I don't even know what the fuck they're saying. But like, I ain't trying to get on mumble rap, man. I understand mumble rap is what it is.
I think it's past already. I think mumble rap's
I think
old.
it's in the past. I think, you know.
So if you guys are listening to rap like right now and like you consider it good rap, who are you?
The
fucking
baby, the
listening
baby,
to?
the baby.
So the baby.
the baby.
I
the
haven't
baby.
heard the baby.
Dude,
at
the
all.
baby, he's from Charlotte, so how can I not? First of all, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt off the jump if you're from North Carolina. I'm already going to try my best to support you no matter how fucking stupid you
Petey
are.
Pablo.
Okay,
Petey
well,
Pablo.
I'm good on Petey
I'm
Pablo.
gonna give you a comeback song to listen
You can't
to
tell me when
that-
Petey Pablo came out, though, you won't
Oh,
fucking
so hot.
swinging
You
that
weren't swinging
shit.
your shit
Oh,
over your head.
absolutely.
You were swinging.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Petey Pablo now, it's kind of corny, but
It is.
Well, so listen, man. Like Petey Pablo did a song with Prof on that.
Oh, he's great.
Yeah, so he did a song with Prof on. Man, I want to say it's on Gampo maybe, but dude, it's good. It's like it sounds like old Petey Pablo, but like you can tell Petey Pablo is old. It's kind of like I don't know. Have you heard? Well, have you seen any interviews or seen like Trick Daddy lately? Like Trick Daddy looks exactly like he did, except he's like 90. But he dresses the same. Like he's got all that
Everything.
denim from head to toe with the denim do-rag and shit. And he's still talking that same Miami street shit. But
Really?
like he just looks old, man.
Yeah.
Like
He was the
and
shit
kinda
back
fat.
in the day, too.
But Trick loved the kids.
Dude, Trick loved the kids. Trick was the
Yeah.
shit back
Trick
in the
was the
day.
shit.
dude.
I'll
So-
give you that.
so-
Doug Holliday.
So you
Shit.
guys gave me Migos, and that's it.
I don't know, dude. Is
Well,
it?
you're asking for groups, right?
Yeah.
Well, more than one. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
more than
saying?
one group.
Y'all ever heard Binary Star?
No.
Paul?
Nah, man.
No, they're great, dude. They're
That's
like
it.
real hip hop. Like they exist now and shit. But like I don't know if they got new shit out. It's definitely
Binary
something
Star.
you would definitely like. Binary Star for sure.
I'll check it.
It's like an old hip hop sound, like real cool beats and shit. Kyle Bradley put me on them. Matter of fact, he listens to a lot of weird shit, like weird hip hop, and I like that. Like I like the weird shit. Y'all definitely should check the baby out.
I still listen to all the stuff we were talking about
Yeah.
earlier. Like I don't
Yeah.
listen to hardly any of the new stuff.
So what I depend on is my streaming service to fucking start finding shit when I get to the
What
end
do
of my
you use?
playlist, Spotify. But let me tell you, man, I just read this fucking article. Amazon has just released a new music streaming platform that's all high definition, lossless stream music, and they got fucking Neil Young to like endorse it because Neil Young has been bitching about streaming because of the quality. But this new HD music thing they're about to put out is supposed to be so
shit.
ahead of the time right now. Like
Really?
90-day free trial. And I ain't saying give Amazon no money because them motherfuckers paid zero taxes on like $11 billion.
Yeah, that's crazy, right?
But
That's
I
crazy,
digress
right?
when I say this, that like I can't begin to tell you how excited I am to listen to like high quality music.
Yeah.
Because man, like you don't really realize what you're fucking missing until you listen to fucking dope ass fucking quality music. You know, nobody's capturing that on like the Apple platform or the Spotify platform or
You mean quality as in like the sound?
lossless. Yeah. So like
What is
what
that?
you
I've
get-
never heard that.
It's gonna sound as fucking perfect as it can sound.
Like crisp.
Crisp. Yeah. Like there's a lot of drag and stuff that happens on like streaming services just because of transmission or
Yeah.
whatever. But like they figured out a way to stream it.
How
in,
they
like,
figure that out?
I don't know unless there's a lag. You know what I'm saying? Like a delay to where they can fucking refine it and refine it and refine it and refine it until it finally fucking gets to you. I don't know. I'm not an IT guy. I build houses with my hands. So I only guess at what people are really doing in jobs that make fucking ginormous amounts of money.
Yeah. Damn. And how did dude? There was like a loop in the system. Is how they beat that tax thing, huh?
The loop is named TRUMP.
And they didn't pay any
They paid
taxes on
zero
$11
taxes
billion.
on over $11 billion in profit.
Wow.
Motherfucker, you know how much I got? Me and my wife combined got back last year
Nothing.
with a 2-year-old child.
what?
$500 to split between the two of
Jesus
us.
Christ, dude.
Damn, what'd you do with all that money?
Buy
went
a grape.
Let me tell you, you guys are going to get a
You
kick
buy
out
a
of
watermelon.
this. We went to Busch Gardens.
That's cool. Fuck
We
it.
went to Busch Gardens on opening day in Williamsburg.
Hey, if there's
That's what we
anything
did with
you
our
could
tax
do,
I thought you were fucking with me.
Nah,
if there's anything you could do
got-
cool with that money, that was it.
that was the
You did
coolest
it.
thing I could come up with that didn't break the goddamn bank.
Yeah.
I think we got $1,500 back, but all of it went to medical bills.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. So, like, you're stuck, even if you fucking do get a joint back. You know what I'm saying? That fucking upsets me. When cats that are man, I think there should be a flat tax. I think everybody should pay a fucking percentage, no matter who you are. You pay 10. So let's just say that like it's a 10% tax. We all pay 10%. 10% of our fucking gross. That means you pay 10% if you're us. You pay 10% if you're fucking Apple. You pay 10% if you're fucking Trump. It doesn't matter who you are. You pay 10%.
Well, we pay like 30 now, right?
Well, it depends on what level
It
you're
depends
at.
on what level. It depends on what kind of fucking withholds and all that bullshit you've spilled out. You know, it's like, it's whack. We need less fucking government.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah, that's what scares me about Bernie Sanders is like more government is the way I see him.
So,
Because I know me and you probably have differing political opinions, so that's why I'm asking. Like, I was telling Brooks, 2 of my buddies are at his rally in Chapel Hill right now, and I'm having them on the podcast this week to talk to him about it. And I just feel like it's bigger government, bro, like more control over the people.
It is. But here's the thing, man. Like, so since we even got Bernie brought up right now, we'll just. I want to ask you: have you guys seen this cat, Andrew Yang?
Yeah.
That wants to give every fucking
Yep.
person in America
$1,000
a month.
Yeah.
And so if you go to his website, you can do a calculation, man. And for my neighborhood, Arden, we were going to get like $11 million a month.
What?
In fucking revenue
Holy
from the government
shit,
to
dude.
dump back into the community. Now, the only reason why I like this idea is because people are going to spend that shit local before they spend it anywhere else.
Yep.
You know, they're going to spend some shit online and
They're
stuff.
going to go
but
to
like,
Amazon.
You're right. But they're going to spend some of that money locally. And that's how you see, like, that's why, especially with this CBD stuff, man, like, I keep everything fucking local. And the main reason why I keep it local is because I like to see my community thrive. And if you don't think you're seeing anything happen in politics, vote locally.
Yeah.
You know,
for
fuck
sure.
the national shit, man. Like, it's going to be what it's going to be. But, like, if you want to see some fucking shit and you want to have your voice heard, fucking participate locally. You know, if Sarah hadn't taught me any of that stuff, man, I'd have just been floating around talking. I'd have been that same motherfucker that bitched and not fucking voted.
So
And if you're doing that, you're a fucking cunt. If you're bitching about shit that's happening in the world and you ain't fucking casting your vote, fuck off.
Yeah.
You fuck off.
Yeah.
Don't even talk to me.
How do you
about
find your
politics.
information out about your local guys?
Sarah Palmer Kirkpatrick.
Oh, okay.
Dude, she's a wealth of knowledge in both
She is.
directions. Now, you know, don't get me wrong here. Like, Sarah's left.
Yeah.
Which is, I'm independent, registered independent. I vote for the best fucking choice. I vote for the cat I think that's lying the least.
Yeah.
Or that I think can actually help my life or my child's life. Outside of that, you know, man, like it's a fucking roll of dice, man. None of these motherfuckers are keeping it real. They all lying about something.
See, the thing that fucks with me, bro, is like the reason I'm independent is because, in my view, like the Democrats, the liberals want to take the guns, and the Republicans want to take the fucking land. You know what I'm saying? And like those are two things I care about. Like as far as like hunting, fishing, like I need the land and the ecosystem to be kept nice. Like I don't need a fucking somebody drilling off the coast, like right here and fucking our fishery up.
No, but-
you know what I mean?
But see, that's the thing, man. Like, with all these things that are happening to the EPA and all these agencies that are protecting that shit, like the budget cuts, you're going to see that shit start disappearing. Just like as soon as, you know, Trump got into office, that shit went back on for the pipeline in South Dakota that those guys have protested.
Yeah.
That was fucking
Something
busting-
rock. Standing rock.
Standing Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the fucking big-ass damn national park in Utah, or was it Utah or Colorado, but it was this massive fucking park that, like, state owns, or now it's just, like, been turned over for, like, private property.
Yeah, that sucks because
Yeah.
that's like public land for people to
that's-
hunt on that don't own
Well,
land.
it's a wildlife refuge. There's, you know, you're going to find lots of animals there.
Yeah.
You know, people bitch about, like, well, fucking animals there. Motherfucker, they was here long before we was. Like that bear that comes to my house.
That ate all them
That
blueberries.
fucked up your car.
Oh, you for real had a bear come to your house?
I have, you guys.
He
are gonna-
probably ate a bunch of
I
blueberries,
told Brooks
dude.
about this. Let me tell you about what happened, cuz.
So
Tell us about what happened.
Tell
Paul.
us, Paul.
Give us a little sneak.
So I've been doing this. I've been doing this project. This is big addition, like a $250,000 addition on this house. It's at 4,000 feet up in Alpine Mountain in Swannanoa. So we're about to split for lunch. The night before, Charlotte had her first time made flatbread pizza for me, and I brought it for lunch that day. We had some issues with some fasteners, so we were like, you know what, we're just going to go down the hill. And I left my car sitting out in front of this. So I'm cutting. I've got a cut station set up on the first deck of this house. We're working on a deck that we built out to the side, and my car is probably 50 feet away. So at lunchtime, we go to split, man, and I walk down to my car, and there's these muddy fucking prints down my hood and down the side of my car. And I'm like, well, I thought some motherfucker slipped on this damn slick-ass hill right here and fell into my car. Man, I go to my car, those muddy prints are up in my door, and my fucking lunchbox is gone. This little 80-pound
Holy
fucking
shit,
cub
dude.
come and snatched my fucking lunch out the car.
You got
Took my
gaffled.
lunchbox and everything.
Oh my god!
And, like-
dude, you got beat for your lunch
Well,
by a bear, bro.
And let me tell you why it pissed me off is because Charlotte's first fucking pizza. Like, I wasn't going to eat it that day, but, you know, it was a sentimental thing. It pissed me off. My lunchbox was gone.
You know, if my dad told me that story when I grew up, like, hey, you remember that first pizza you made me? A fucking bear ate it. I would
Please
think that would be
believe-
the coolest thing ever, dude.
Please believe that there will be tales regaled with my daughter about that.
Like,
We got a whole
Charlotte, that
video-
pizza you made was so good, it didn't even make it to lunch because a bear stole it from
I'll
me.
tell you how bad it hurt her feelings is I went and bought her an apology gift from the bear.
Did you for real? Are you
And got
serious?
I
That's
got her-
awesome.
I got her a book and told her it was from the bear, and he apologized for stealing Daddy's lunch.
my
Dude, she was
God,
hurt.
dude.
She was legit fucking pissed about this shit, man. Like
How old was she?
2.5.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. And then I got another one coming like next month.
Yeah, dude, that's
Boy.
exciting.
It's a boy.
Okay, so tell me how excited you are about that.
0.
Are you really not?
So,
Dude, having a boy is the best shit ever, bro.
well, here's the thing. man.
Please don't remind me.
It
Oh, yeah. That's I mean, I don't know, man. Like last night, I think was one of my biggest things where I observed how uncomfortable I think I'm going to be is because my people I'm staying with down in Carolina Beach, they have a daughter that's like 5, and one of her friends came over after school, and they were just running back and forth and like super loud, and like I could picture the next 18 years of my life, and I was like, yeah, I don't think I want this.
Oh, dude.
But I've had this
Tune it
before,
out.
folks. Let me go ahead and tell you, I had this. I had this the morning that I went to the hospital with my wife for my first child, and I was like, "Is it too late?"
yeah.
Can
It's
we get
scary,
out
bro.
now?
It's scary.
It really is.
It's a huge life changer, dude. So you got 2 youngins.
Yeah, I got a 3-year-old and a 4-month-old right now.
See, I think babies suck. I mean,
Really?
I'm just being honest. Like little tiny babies.
I love little.
They're just
tiny
boring,
babies.
dude. Like my kid now is so fucking much fun.
Man, so I think it's the perspective because let me tell you my opinion. I loved it because
It was less work.
well, it was
For me, I feel like it's
it was
Yeah.
less work, but like when they can't focus on you.
true.
And they've got that in the pigeon gecko vision, you know what I'm talking about, where their heads on the swivel, man. Like I love that shit.
yeah,
like,
maybe I just forgot.
I'm
It's
steady
great.
clowning it. Like
I'm just
You're-
enjoying it so much right now that I'm like, it can't have been anywhere close to this. But
Well, you got one coming,
yeah,
so
yeah,
you about to find out, my
probably.
friend,
I bet.
how much you really love it.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah. I
it's-
mean, I love like where he's at right now, because he was just calling a squirrel a squirrel, and I just thought it was the funniest shit ever. And he was like,
Get outta here,
they eat
squirrel."
acorns, you squirrel. Squirrels eat acorn, and just shit like that. It's so fucking cool. You know what I mean?
oh my god.
But like two
that's solid.
boys, dude, they're gonna be beating the shit out of each other, and it's gonna be
Well,
awesome. I'm gonna
so-
throw them out in the backyard, dude.
I think that's one of the things I'm looking forward to, and like, so my daughter is super compassionate, like to a point to where it's like I'm worried that she's gonna get hurt. You know what I'm saying? And I'm really hoping that like this kid is kind of gangster and wants
like
to
you.
fight,
Dude, he's
yeah,
gonna,
yeah.
dude, he's gonna be gangster.
And he wants to
dude.
fight and shit, and like you know, Charlotte eventually is like, you know, man, I'm tired of getting hit in my face. I'm about to kick your
fuck
ass.
you up.
Yeah, I kind of hope that happens.
I think that's gonna happen for
But
sure.
I want one of those kids that can be compassionate, but will also just
Fuck you up.
fuck
Yeah, that's
you
how
up.
mine is, dude. Mine's so sweet. Like, just give me hugs and
Yeah.
kisses. Don't want me to leave. And then I go to pick him up from school, and they're like, "Oh yeah, he's hitting his friends." And I'm like,
And he's biting people.
I'm like, all right, we're gonna have a little talk, and I'm talking to him the other day, and I'm like, hey bud, you don't need to hit your friends unless they hit you first, okay? And he was like, he said, I love my friends. He looked at me just like that and said, I love my friends. I'm like,
Like a serial killer.
So that's what you do to people you love, huh? You hit them?
Wow.
I'm like, okay, buddy.
I love my friends, especially when my fists are pummeling their foreheads. Yeah.
Well, my daughter's Braylon. She is a lead. She is a leader.
Yeah.
A follower.
Yeah.
For sure. Well, she's got Stephanie's blood for sure. So
That's good.
yeah, she's
That's a
gonna be
good thing.
tough.
She's gonna be tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's gonna be tough.
Yeah, well, man, Steph's tough. dude.
Stephanie is tough.
She's a fucking G.
She
I
is.
think
G,
what'll
yeah.
be crazy probably, and I don't know if you've seen this yet, but like for all of us, is probably how different two kids can be from the same genetics.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like mixing the same semen with the same egg, and you get like two completely
How
different.
come you can say semen and I can't not laugh?
Dude, semen.
This shit's funny. I don't give a fuck who you are. And
Yeah,
I was the
And
one
if
that
you
was-
don't think it's funny when I say semen, then you might want to fucking look at yourself.
Yeah, take a look at your own self. But yeah, just I mean, it's just crazy. Like the same, like the same cells, and they're making two completely different. Like you made a girl and then made a boy.
Right. Well,
that
and all that
crazy?
was done in a lab.
Oh no.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, man. So Charlotte's IVF. And
What does
this
that mean?
second- So in vitro fertilization.
Ah.
Yeah. So I jacked off in a cup, and then they fertilized an egg with it. that
Holy
they harvested
shit.
from my wife's uterus.
Holy
And they happened
shit.
2 different times. So the first time we had 2 healthy eggs, and one of them was Charlotte, and it was her sister, and she was frozen, and we were going to do the implant like later on, and we tried the implant, and that baby didn't survive.
Wow.
Yeah. So then we had to go through the whole process again, and that's how we've got the baby we got now.
Wow.
Yeah, man. So it's all fucking like I watched them put the fucking egg in her on a big screen TV.
Oh my god,
Yeah, dude,
dude.
it's-
Technology is
Fucking
insane.
insane,
Dude,
man.
that is insane.
It won't be long before we're cloning, motherfucker. I'm gonna go and let
Oh,
you know.
but China's
nah.
doing it.
China's already
Yao
cloning?
Ming, bro, that's a clone. That's a clone, bro.
Yao Ming,
That's
the
a
clone.
fucking dude. That's a fucking
Yao Ming.
genetic freak, bro.
Oh my god.
That's CRISPR shit. Y'all know what CRISPR is?
The Mountain's a fucking clone.
Dude, do you follow him on Instagram?
So I don't follow him on Instagram, but I'm probably going to now. Because
he-
I didn't even think that he would have. I mean, I just didn't think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he makes me want to slam my head through that drywall. That's
Man,
how
the
badass he
Mountain's
is in
so
real
badass,
life.
dude.
Have you seen do you ever watch any like weightlifting documentaries on
So
Netflix?
I watched the documentary about him on ESPN
Oh, I hadn't seen that.
that went through and talked about like his potential steroid use.
Yeah.
He never confirmed or denied it, but he also has Bell's palsy. Did you know that?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so he has like he's paralyzed on one side of
Oh,
his face.
shit.
Yeah. So when he talks, he's he just
Yeah, I thought he just talked like that.
no, he's got Bell's palsy. So it happens, man. I'm not exactly sure how it happens, but you just stroke out on one side of your
Well,
face.
cerebral palsy is like one side of your body, I assume, and then
Well, no, this was just one side of his face.
just his face.
Just
though.
his face, I
Yeah.
think. I don't know if it affects anything because he's fucking huge. Yeah. Have you ever seen The Mountain?
No, I don't think
Dude, his name in real life is Havthor, which means ocean god.
So he's a
In
fucking,
Icelandic.
He's like a powerlifting cat from
You
Iceland.
seen his girlfriend? She looks like she's fucking 12.
Well,
That's
so
how big he is.
Here's the
dude.
thing, man. It's like this cat was, he was on the Game of Thrones, and he was.
Oh, I watched. I'm on season 3. I just really can't get into it. I don't know why.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
Whoa.
You don't like
Whoa,
cousin
have you
fucking,
seen The
dude?
Red Wedding yet?
Yeah,
It's the
that's
end of season 3.
1. Oh, I thought it was season 1.
End of season
I
3.
think I'm at the beginning of season 3.
You need to watch. Just go ahead and say, all right, well, I'm going to give this one more shot. Let me watch the last episode of season 3.
It's so good.
The Red Wedding.
I loved it, man. I
I
got
don't know.
hooked on it. Is it the time period you can't get into,
I don't know. I just
or just the cousin fucking?
maybe
that you
cousin
don't like,
fucking
or a
will
lot
do
of
it.
penises on there.
There's a lot of peni.
There's a whole lot of
Dude, on Righteous Gemstones, there's a lot of dick, bro.
Me and Stephanie were
A
watching.
lot of dick on that
We
show,
were like,
dude.
That's The Mountain.
oh wow, that dude is gargantuan.
He's
Dude,
so big.
Pull up a
dude.
picture of him and his girlfriend. Like, how does she ride this guy? That's what I don't understand, dude. Like, when you look at her, like, there's no way she can ride this dude, bro. It's insane.
Oh, here you go.
I seen that photo.
Okay. She looks like she's 12, dude.
Okay.
Think about,
So you
dude.
see that? Yeah, you can see that curl in
Yeah,
his lip right
I
there.
noticed that, but I didn't think that was.
Yeah, so they talk about that on that ESPN thing.
No shit.
But they go through a lot of stuff with him about how he got into the Game of Thrones and, you know, the whole spiel there. But, yeah, man, I'm hoping that he's in some more movies.
Yeah.
Like, I want to see him wrecking
Does
fools.
he talk in the movie?
Wrecking Bull.
I mean,
No,
in Game of Thrones.
So in the Game of Thrones, man, like he grunts a lot and swings a big sword, but like you see a lot of him in like 4 and 5 or 6 maybe.
He has one line that says, "I raped your sister and I crushed her skull."
Oh,
like
that's
this.
when he's fighting the dude from
Crushes
Dorne.
the dude's fucking skull.
He's
dude.
fighting the dude from Dorne that
Yeah.
like almost beats him
Yeah, and he crushes.
and then
his fucking
crushes his fucking skull in front of his
Spoiler
lover.
alert! Spoiler alert!
By the way, that was a spoiler. Apparently, I do participate in those because that was fucking awesome.
That was my bet. That was my favorite scene in the entire fucking
so
show.
good.
When
Well,
he crushes
I
somebody's
will
skull.
have to say that on top of that is when he fights Sandor, his brother,
Oh yeah.
in the last episode.
What was his name in the thing? Not Sandor.
Hound.
The Hound. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Oh yeah, I know that.
well, Sandor Clegane is his name, but he goes by the Hound.
That's another spoiler alert because they're brothers.
Yeah.
So you're welcome for that. We know you're not that
I
into
can't
it.
fucking keep.
Well,
up
so
with
does
that shit.
Stephanie watch it?
Yeah, she ain't really into it neither.
She ain't. That
Quit
don't
wasting
surprise
your
me.
time, dude. Go
Yeah,
jerk
go
off or
find
something.
something
else
Jerk
to
off
do.
into a cup or something. You know
So
what I'm
instead of
saying?
watching that, watch The Righteous Gemstones.
Oh, it's so good.
Is that
HBO.
on-
HBO.
Okay, so will that be on Hulu, HBO?
Yeah, should
Yes.
be.
Yeah.
Either
Oh, it's
that or,
great.
and if you haven't watched this, try Vice Principals. That's
seen
another
that
It's
too?
good.
hilarious.
Yeah.
See, I've
It's
been
just
watching the wrong
funny.
shit.
This is funny
Yeah, man,
shit.
you
Like
need to
this
get-
has
this is
no
funny.
point, bro.
Y'all have to text me this shit. I won't never remember it.
No, you won't, and you won't respond to my text either.
Fuck off. I do respond to your texts. I just don't
You
answer your
you
phone
don't
calls.
Answer my phone calls. My bad. I transposed the two. He doesn't answer them, and then guess what? If he wanted to talk to him, I got to call him back at a later date.
You got to double tap it. Just
double
hit him
tap.
twice, dude. That's what I do. I'll just hit him twice in a row.
He
He'll
sends me
pick
that.
up.
He sends me that instant response on the second ring. Can't talk right now.
Then I'll call him right back.
Second
dude.
ring. Can't talk right now, bud.
Then you got to leave him a fucked up voicemail.
Hey, motherfucker.
Answer the
I-
phone, bitch.
I do not like talking on the phone.
I know.
You'd rather text, right?
Well, yeah, that keeps me from having to have any kind of conversation with you.
Human interaction,
Yeah.
not your forte.
That's why I started this podcast. Well, one reason because it was like everybody's so consumed with the text and shit, and like we're always okay. Let me tell everybody on the podcast something about my good friend Brooks here. If Brooks is ever texting on his phone, don't even try to talk to him because he can't hear a word you're fucking saying. You can actually say anything you want in front of Brooks about Brooks while he's texting,
And I won't
he
never
won't
hear
know,
it.
dude.
And I won't ever hear it.
But that's a big reason why I started the podcast. You and Wade Wright. I'll call you out right now, Wade Wright. Neither one of you motherfuckers can hear anything if you're texting.
Do you
on the
do you
phone.
remember though, like when we
love
first?
Wade.
Do you remember when we first met though, and we weren't even texting on phones really?
Where'd y'all meet? Like, how did y'all like?
I mean,
become
maybe there was
friends?
some texting, but it was like, and this was like 2006.
Yeah, back then you probably used the phone to call people.
Were y'all like
2006,
instant
right?
friends? Were y'all like
I don't
instant
know.
friends?
Were
or-
we instant friends?
I can't remember.
I can't neither.
My
I feel like
brain's
y'all probably
gone.
took a little bit of work to compat.
Did we meet on the ball field? No, we met in the
Nah,
rooms.
we met in the room.
Yeah, so I mean, like you guys just had like a conversation or something, and
Probably. It was probably just like any cliche fucking meet and greet you had.
I
with,
remember when
like-
I met you, and I remember we were. I might have met you before this, but the first time I actually talked to Paul, dude, we were at Melon Mushroom, dude, and we walk out. We're done eating. It was me, Josh Shipman, Paul, and a bunch of other dumb fucks, and we walk.
They probably all
We-
fucking fell off
we-
somewhere too.
We walk out of the restaurant, and I pull a can of Grizzly Wintergreen out of my pocket, and Paul looks at me. He's like, "That Grizzly Wintergreen?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "I fucking like you." That's what you said. And ever since then, I'm like, "All right, I like this motherfucker right here." Because there ain't many people in Wilmington that are like real. They're
That
really
are
just not that
fucking with
country.
Grizzly?
Yeah, they're really just not
Right.
like.
Nah.
Where'd you grow up?
State Road, North Carolina. I
Where's that,
always
dude?
give props to my fucking hometown of State Road, North Carolina.
That's a
It is
town?
yeah, so State Road, North Carolina is a community that is north of Elkin, North Carolina, where I went to school. But no stoplights in my hometown.
Wow.
Still?
I'm still pretty positive there's no stoplights in my
Wow.
hometown. I don't really try to fucking spend a lot of time there.
Yeah.
There was a reason why I left, but I always give home props. I'm not from Asheville. I'm
I
not
feel
from
like
Wilmington.
you can kind of like get down with small town motherfuckers if you're from a small town.
Most people that are from the town I'm from claim Winston-Salem because that's the closest metropolitan area.
Yeah.
which is fucking whack. If you're from Elkin and you're claiming Winston, you're a fucking liar. Just, you probably none of you Elkin fuckers are even going to listen to this podcast, but I'm calling you out.
They don't even have podcasts in Elkin.
They don't
dude.
even
Let's
know how to
just fucking
spell
be honest.
podcast.
I hate when people ask where I'm from.
You're
and they're
from
like,
Wendell.
Zebulon.
Wendell, right?
not
Wendell.
Zebulon.
Win-
Motherfucker.
He's claiming Wendell, North Carolina. How you say it?
Wendell.
Wendell?
I just say Raleigh.
Wendell.
Ah,
Wendell.
see? Another fake-ass motherfucker.
Well, when you say Wendell, they're like, where the fuck
And then
is
you say
Wendell at?
Lizard Lick Towing.
What you reckon people's response was when I said State Road? Oh, State Road. Oh, yeah. I know where that is.
Yeah.
That's right up there by Elkin, ain't it? Nah, man. I had to explain like a trifecta of things just for people to even understand.
I didn't even know that was a town.
So here's the
Yeah.
deal. You go.
Me neither until
you
I
go,
met him.
Yeah. So you go up to like Winston-Salem, okay? And you cruise on through on Highway 421. You're eventually going to cross what is known as 77. A lot of people know this interstate. It runs north and south from one end of North Carolina to the other end of North Carolina. And it's the last county you go through before you go into Virginia. There's also a place there called Mount Airy. It's very popular for a guy named Andy Griffith.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you ask me about Andy Griffith, I'll tell you the same thing I've told everybody else that asked me where I'm from. Because there's usually a 3-part answer, and it's usually, number 1, do you like Andy Griffith? No. Oh.
Who doesn't like Andy Griffith?
I was about to say,
hey,
how can
look,
you not
I
like
got,
Andy
I
Griffith?
got a public
Fucking
service
sucks.
announcement.
And
No,
whoa,
bro.
time. I'm about to hit y'all over the head some shit.
No,
Ask
bro.
anybody from Surrey County about Andy Griffith when they came back and named a highway after him. So the hometown of Andy Griffith, Mount Airy, North Carolina, asked him to come back so they could say, hey, we want to commemorate this large chunk of highway we have named after you, sir. And he goes, yes, I'll do it for a cool $50,000.
Smart man.
Fuck Andy Griffith,
I'd have
man.
said 75, but okay.
Fuck y'all.
Untaxed.
So wait. Let me just throw something out there. So we're sitting around one day. We get a phone call, right? It's me, you, and Brooks hanging out. And it's a phone call for Brooks, and they say, hey, this is Johnny Bob from down here in Wendell, and we've decided to name a major street after you. Would you like to come down for the commemoration? Brooks going to say, ha, $100K.
I'm going to be real with you. I'm going to be like, what time you want me there?
I'm coming.
Oh, I'm going to be
just
there.
going.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And
Yeah.
no money's necessary. See,
No,
when
I
you
know.
get-
I was just messing
What
around.
I think really what I'm getting to here, though, guys, is like you can't never be too big for your britches about your hometown.
That's true.
You got to give the place you're from some love, no matter where you're from. I mean, that's
Yeah.
just that you it's love, you know.
I see a lot of
Because
people.
if you don't remember where you come from,
You'd be damn sure moving back in with mama.
Yeah, in the basement. Playing Nintendo 64.
eating. What is she doing
Eating
in there?
Cheez-Its.
Eating meatloaf now.
I never know what she's doing in there.
Dude, everybody knows Sanford, though. When I say Sanford, I don't know if it's
Oh yeah, see, I know the name, but I don't know nothing about Sam.
Yeah.
Except you're from there.
I just
Yeah.
know it's
Yeah.
919.
Yeah,
Oh,
same
yeah.
as yours, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that same as yours?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, so my
It's-
area
it's near
code
Raleigh, though, right?
was
Yeah.
336, and now I don't know what it is up through there, but it used to be 336.
It's probably the same.
So 336 was like Winston-Salem, Greensboro, High Point, Elkin, and then it went to
Elkin.
704 down in like Charlotte, State.
So how far are you from Mount Airy?
So Elkin's like 12 miles like southwest of Mount
Okay.
Airy.
And Mount Airy is where the Andy Griffith Show was filmed, correct?
Mayberry. Yep.
So
that-
Mayberry is a made-up name for...
yeah. So that's like
Mount
the
Airy.
nickname for Mount Airy. Yeah.
So it's a real nickname for Mount Airy.
But they have Mayberry days now. They have like big celebrations of Andy Griffith and that bullshit, and like he don't give a fuck
yeah,
about
it's
it.
Andy Griffith.
Yeah, that's
He's a
funny.
turd Ferguson.
That's
bud.
kind of like Michael Jordan, dude. I mean-
Dude, but he gives. So what all has he done for Laney High?
A lot.
I don't know what he's done.
A lot.
Yeah.
He's
I've
given a
always
lot.
heard he never
I'm
says
pretty
it's from
sure
Wilmington, dude.
that. Yeah.
Well, he's from New York. I think they moved here when he was like 3 years
Oh,
old.
so that might
That
be
might be
why.
why, but-
Yeah.
Yeah, but at the same
he
time,
grew up
man,
in
like,
Wilmington.
you know, I'm pretty sure that like if you go over that basketball court, it's like it's got the jump man and their uniform, like it's straight. He's given a lot of
Oh,
money
I think
to
he's
that
built
school.
him a. Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah. So I mean, he's looking out for hometown.
Yeah. So Andy Griffith wanted to take money.
He's a
Well,
fucking turd.
Jordan wanted to
But
give
the
money.
whole point of my whole thing was that, like, so I don't know if you guys, have you ever experienced this, but, like, when you go out of the state, and when I say out of the state, I ain't talking about, like, you go to Virginia, or you went down and got you some shit at goddamn Pablo's.
South of the border.
South of the border, yeah. I couldn't think of the name of it. Escobar was on my mind for some reason.
When you go down to Escobar's and get a kilo of Colombian Bam Bam,
Oh, we got it taped under your underpinning, bud. Let's see what you can
got
do.
hair on your peaches or what?
So, I get the same three questions, and it's usually, do you like Andy Griffith? Are you from Texas? And I bet you like NASCAR. And none of those things could be
Why Texas?
Because it's my accent. My accent leads people to believe, for some reason, when I go, especially up to like the city, like Manhattan,
Really?
Baltimore, Philly.
Yeah.
I usually get generalized as being Texas because I have a southern accent, because they think it's all Southerners come from Texas. I think what happens is when you get out of the Northeast,
What?
it's just everything from like Virginia
Yeah,
down
that's
is
true.
Texas.
Well, they
You
think
know?
Texas.
Yeah.
They think Cowboys. They think, hey,
They think Southern accent.
cousin
Yeah.
fucking, of
Yeah,
course.
which is not the case. You got to be somewhere, bud. You got somewhere you need to be.
no,
Keep looking at your phone like you got a fucking date.
no. I've got. That's my fantasy league.
Ain't nobody give a fuck about no damn makeup football.
I know, but I got a vibration. I got to check it.
Fuck, man. Well, you got somebody on the trade block.
makeup football.
Yeah, it's fantasy. That means it's made up. That means real motherfuckers ain't playing together, and people are betting money on imagination. That's bullshit.
Hey, you want to be a part of my makeup football
Hey,
league?
I'm gonna make something up. Let's just all play with it.
You
What
better
do you
get some
think?
people heated up
I
in
don't
here.
give a fuck, man. If you play fantasy football, you're a trifling bitch. Trifling bitch. Nah, man.
Trifling bitch.
Yo. Nah, man. I mean, I get it because like people are good at that stuff, and I dig it, man. I just there's something weird about fantasy anything. It makes me think about the 20-sided die. I'm not even gonna lie. You know, I immediately go to like LARPing
makeup
and
football?
Dungeons and Dragons.
Well, look, I thought it was kind of weird
bro.
too until I did it, and I was actually felt pretty good at it.
It's
so.
funny, man, because like I haven't tried it, so personal experience nil.
You'd probably like it with baseball.
Well, and that's the thing. Like a lot of guys that I know that participate in those groups fucking love it, and they're good at it. So, man, like I'm not totally knocking on shit that other people.
It
like.
was funny as shit.
But
Let me just
that
say
was fun.
Makeup football.
Dude, that was funny.
Yeah. So I don't know, man.
I could probably do fantasy baseball because I know a lot more about it.
Well, and I feel, man, I feel confident about baseball, man. Like the NFL is such a fucking joke anymore that like
You don't never know who's
How
going
do
to
you-
rape somebody.
somebody gonna rape somebody. Like you're gonna have a roster of ballers, and you're gonna have like
Three rapists.
three domestic violence,
Yeah,
and then you're gonna have two that are just smoking all the trees, and then you're gonna have one more guy that can't really decide if he wants to wear a helmet or not.
and
it's just-
then he's going to get so mad about the helmet, he's going to jerk off on a bitch's back.
Yeah, because
Come
that's
on,
what I
bro.
do.
I think it happened before. I think it happened
did it?
before.
Even if the helmet wasn't there before, I just like jerking off on a bitch's back.
Well,
That's what he did, right? He masturbated on a girl's back.
It was his fucking fitness.
I
So
guess,
here's
man.
what I'm picturing. I'm picturing this young, beautiful white girl.
dime piece.
So she's a fucking straight up dime piece,
Dime-sickle.
and she's like spotting him
Smoke
on
show.
bench press with a fucking mini skirt
And she's
on.
like straddling
and
him,
she's
trying to help
legit
him up.
like just juicing on his grill piece. And he's like, "Oh man, you really need to get that shit out of my face." You know what I'm saying?
I'm only a man.
I'm only a man.
I am but a man, young.
turn up the heat.
Turn up the heat. Oh my god! But I mean, who knows what happens, man? I
Yeah.
think a lot of those people are just after fucking money too, man.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
money, fame. They're 15 minutes because they can't fucking earn it.
All right, I want to think about this situation. I want to talk about this real quick because if somebody stands there long enough for me to finish on their back, is it really not their permission? Do I really not have consent at that point?
I think you would hear somebody jerking off on your back.
Well, I
It
think
would take me a few minutes to get there. First of
Yes.
all, like what are you looking at for 3.5 minutes?
so.
You don't know I'm behind.
So what I'm picturing is one of two scenarios. It's either going to be he's looking at her back with a picture of her taped to his back, taped to her back naked. And it's either that or it's a picture of himself.
and he's jerking off to it.
Yeah, it's like
or
a-
he's looking at himself in
It's
the
like
gym and all the mirrors.
That's what I'm saying. It's like on his back is Antonio Brown's headshot, and he's just fucking
Oh, he's jacking off to himself.
beating it like he owes him money. He's like,
Okay, yeah,
that
I
ass
can get
looks
that.
good, but there go my face.
I could definitely see that.
Yeah.
I just don't
Yes.
think that whole situation is what we think
it
it
doesn't
is.
add up. Man, you want to talk about shit not adding up, man. Like, There's a lot of things that's happened lately that haven't added up. So here's one I saw the other day. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but the Raid Area 51 thing has been mysteriously canceled.
Darn.
Yeah, so...
Didn't I tag you in that shit?
Dude, there was some funny videos on there.
Well,
Like, dudes, all the Kyles going in from this angle and, like, dudes doing videos with army helmets on. It's hilarious.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's the thing, man. Like, you got these cats that are out here talking about raiding a government site. And, like, if you think for a second you're getting out of there alive, you've got to be a fucking fool. So, what was that distracting us from? So, what all was going on in that time? When all that Area 51 shit. Do you remember that guy that was about to come out that ended up getting killed in prison? The Epstein fella?
Yeah.
He was getting ready to
Epstein.
release all that fucking bullshit on those guys who were fucking youngins up in D.C.
Yeah.
And then he dies, and then Area 51 goes away.
I think there was multiple things.
There was
distracting.
There was a
many-
lot of things going on in the social media
Dude.
world at that
Yeah,
moment.
man.
But
So-
when Epstein killed himself,
Yeah.
everybody was posting about it, though.
So did you see what happened on Labor Day? Did
No.
you see that Donald Trump had actually canceled a meeting that he was going to have where the leaders of the Taliban were flying into Camp David to meet with him on fucking
Holy
Labor Day?
shit, dude.
They were going to sign a peace treaty, and he fucking canceled it because he realized that it was like 2 days before 9/11, and the people wouldn't like it. So, like, what the fuck are you doing bringing Taliban to Camp David, bruh?
Holy shit. Is that true, dude?
So
I didn't hear that.
there was
Dude,
a tweet.
that's
So he
crazy.
posted something on his Twitter feed about canceling the meeting. Now, to what validity it was, like, because I follow Donald Trump. Because man, if you want to read some fucking third graders doing Twitter, you read Donald Trump's
It's
fucking Twitter
funny as
feed.
shit to
It's
me.
fucking funny.
Yeah.
There are some other Twitter feeds that you need to attach to it, like the one that gives you like a percentage of if he wrote it himself. It's like a Donald Trump tweet storm.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny.
My wife said, "Why the hell am I holding a mic like
I
that?"
know, man. Stephanie, talk to your boy.
I don't
Talk
know what
to your
do.
boy.
Dude, you're doing great, dude. You can
thank
hold that mic with your mouth or whatever you want to do.
Oh.
That's crazy. He was
But so-
meeting with the Taliban.
So the
dude.
Taliban was going to come through, and they were going to sign a peace treaty. But like, I think he realized in the back of his mind was like, "Oh, this 2 days before 9/11. This could be a bad idea." Well, no fucking shit.
Yeah, dude.
Like, I mean, Taliban or not, did it. I'm not even going to get into that conversation, but they're still attached to it in some way, shape, or form. Now, mind you, there's some differences because if my wife is watching tonight, she's definitely going to fucking point this out to me. There are some subtle differences between Taliban and Al Qaeda. So
She sounds like a smart woman.
she's too goddamn smart for her.
You know
own
what?
good.
I'd like to. Would you be willing to ever do a podcast with her too?
Yeah,
Like me,
and
you
I'm gonna
and
tell
her.
you what. Yeah, actually,
I think that would be really cool because
Yeah,
she sounds like she's into a lot of cool
I'm
shit.
gonna text her right now and
and shit that I probably disagree with her on some shit too. So I think that would be cool.
Oh, there's going to be a lot you're going to disagree with. But
Yeah,
I'm going to
which
tell
is
you
fine,
what.
which is
If
fine.
you are coming to argue politics with Sarah Palmer, pack your fucking
I'm pretty dumb.
pack your fucking
I'm pretty
lunchbox
fucking
because
stupid. Make sure a bear don't get it, bro.
she's gonna hit you over the head with some shit. You're going to be like, fuck me.
I just want to pick her brain, dude. I'm not that smart. That's why I want to.
So Alex wants you and I on the podcast.
Yeah, I think that would be cool, man. To just kind of get you guys' opinion. She sounds like she does some research.
Well, man, so locally, like Sarah is super involved. And with that, I will also have to give props to Rosemary Kirkpatrick, her mother, who has also had her hand on the pulse of politics since I've met her for sure. And their fucking knowledge, I mean, it blows me away, like what they know about the people they support. And they can tell you there are some advantages, for their particular side. And they can definitely tell you where we're lacking in some certain things.
Yeah.
When I say we, I just mean that. So I lump everybody into a group when it comes to politics, man. Like, I'm not looking at either, left or right or whatever, because when you begin to split people in half, you're just exacerbating the problem we already have today, which is we're fucking country divided. So I like to talk about we as a whole. There's both sides, man. Like, both sides have got to compromise on some shit. This extremist stuff has got to fucking go.
I feel, dude, and this
And
is
two-party system is horseshit. There can't be two parties.
like two dominant parties and nobody else really matters.
And the problem is this, man. Like, when do you ever hear about those other guys until the fucking presidential terms come around? You don't hear about these green people and these fucking libertarian folks until it's time to come on stage. And then you're like, well, fuck, you come out of nowhere. We've not get to see you build your policies or support your fucking,
it's for a
beliefs.
reason. They're like shadow banned from real life, dude.
And it fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Because those choices are probably a group of people that would work out best for us, but man, if you don't come around but every 4 years, like how am I going to get to
What
fucking
if we
know
had
you?
like 5 presidents?
Huh?
What if we had like 5
That sounds
presidents?
a lot like more government to me.
I mean, instead of one guy that ran everything, like 5 different people who had to vote.
So let me tell you what. So if I piggyback off that theory, I'll tell you how I think it could work. Is if all 5 guys were from 5 different parties.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They can't be from the same party.
So
Just
every
5
party
different-
elects a president, and then they all sit on that.
That's what I'm saying. Like
and
a
there
council.
has to be a unanimous vote. There has to,
Like a council.
That's like a weird way of making democracy work in a bigger group. Yeah. I don't know. What do you think?
You think it would be like a shit show?
What do you think if we had 5 fucking presidents?
I wouldn't give 2 fucks.
Or 3, even
Wouldn't
3.
matter
But I
to me
think
either way.
5
Let me
would
ask
be
you
the-
something else. So, in your day-to-day life, what have you seen change since Trump's been in office? On the real, since Obama was in. So you had 8 years of Obama. Yeah, I'm sure you can remember that. It wasn't that long ago. And then the transition into Trump, outside of all the crazy fucking bullshit that he said, done, lied about, whatever. What have you actually seen change in your day-to-day life?
My paycheck.
Your paycheck.
Yeah, I get
That's
more
it.
money on a paycheck.
Yeah. See, I don't.
Really?
But at the same time, like in other areas of my life, I've seen zero fucking change.
Really?
Like day to day, like I don't really see
Yeah.
it's that much difference than Obama.
No.
Like I keep going to work, I keep doing the same things I'm
Yeah,
doing.
for the most part.
Yeah, for the most
But as
part.
far as like, so I got 2 raises. I got more money on the pay. Before I got the raises, I was getting less taxes taken out. I think that's why we got more money on the paycheck, right?
Yeah, they
Less
just stopped
taxes
taking
taken out.
as much
Yeah.
taxes.
But
out.
I mean, that's just what I've noticed as far as like the money thing. But
Yeah.
I mean,
But as far as just like some big change,
nothing.
Nothing.
But never. But it's never like that.
There's
with the
never like that.
president.
But it's always from the previous terms. Like you can see things like later after they're out of
Yeah,
office that
yeah.
kind of go to change and then they fizzle away.
Have you seen the fucking Dick Cheney movie with Christian Bale, dude?
No, it's on
my
Netflix,
God,
right?
bro. I can't remember. I think I don't know
it's
what
called
it's
Cheney, right, or something?
I can't remember what it's called, but it's so good and
Is
it
it?
is insane. Like Christian Bale, you already know, like he's fantastic
Yeah,
and
dude.
everything. But like it's insane how Dick Cheney ran the fucking show, and we all thought it was Bush.
So, how much do you think fucking Pence is doing?
I didn't know Dick Cheney was running the fucking show.
Yeah, but see, that's what I'm saying. Like, so, like, how often do you hear anything about Mike Pence?
Never.
I mean, I rarely.
I
hear
didn't even
anything.
realize he was our vice president.
I know that he's really. I know that he's really big on the Pledge to Allegiance or the fucking national.
he's
anthem
old
shit.
school, like old traditional.
Yeah, but guess what? So was Cheney. Cheney was like super fucking old money, like running.
dude,
the
he
show
was a
shit.
psychopath. If you watch this, you got to watch this. It's not a documentary, so you got to remember it's fucking
Well,
Hollywood.
it's Christian Bale, but
But dude, it's
sensationalism.
so good and it's scary.
Yeah.
Like it starts off the movie starts off with 9/11. So like it starts off with 9/11 and it shows like Dick Cheney and the way he acted and shit, and he was just a complete and utter psychopath. Like
he shot
really.
old boy in the face. Do you
Yeah.
remember that?
Didn't he shoot himself? Hunting
No,
or
no,
something?
he shot his
friend.
shot his
Oh,
buddy
yeah,
hunting in the fucking
I
face.
thought he shot himself too.
So the movie is actually like has some extremely funny parts in it. Like when he shoots the guy in the face, it's literally an 8-second scene, and that's it. And then it shows the guy apologizing to Dick Cheney for Dick Cheney shooting him in the face.
Yes.
Because that really happened.
Oh my
Really?
god!
He got the guy to apologize to him for shooting him in the face. Dick Cheney never apologized for shooting that guy in the
So
face.
that brings me to the power of words.
Dude.
Like when you're able to manipulate somebody enough with like power and intimidation to where
That's what he ran on, bro.
See, isn't that fucking nuts?
Dude,
man?
he used every loophole in the law. Like, he had a lawyer beside him the entire time he was vice president telling him, like, you can do this. It says this in the rules, but you can do this, and there's nothing they can fucking do about it. Like, if you want to go to war, he's the one that set up the war in Iraq. Like, he set the whole thing up when Iraq had nothing to do with it, and they wanted to acquire the oil fields in Iraq. Like, they had nothing to do with 9/11.
Do you
But
guys-
they reached so far to link them to 9/11 so they could get the oil fields for, like, BP and like the 1% that owns the oil and shit. Like, it's scary.
So you want to hear something else funny about 9/11?
What?
Did you know the day before 9/11, Donald Rumsfeld announced that there was $2.1 trillion missing from the Pentagon?
Did not know that.
I'm trying to remember who Rumsfeld is. I've heard his
He
name.
was the Homeland or Secretary of Defense.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the Bush administration.
Okay.
Yeah.
Said there was 2.1. How much?
$2.1 trillion
Trillion?
missing from the Pentagon the day before. He announced that. And there was also a woman from the BBC who announced the plane crashing into Tower 7 26 seconds before it actually happened.
Yeah, I did see some shit about that. So do y'all think it was a conspiracy? Do you think it was an inside job or what?
I think if a motherfucker stands to lose enough money, they'll do some desperate fucking shit to make sure they don't lose it.
Absolutely.
If $2.1 trillion goes missing, what are you going to do to cover it up? You're going to hit the largest fucking banking exchange in the goddamn world.
Wow.
Guess what? It ain't even fucking matter about $2.1 trillion.
Yeah, well.
Sarah said, "Have you heard her voice?" I said, "It doesn't matter."
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Have
Sarah.
you heard mine?
Have
This
you
is
heard my
episode 80. Okay? Fuck. Jesus.
But yeah, man.
But the way those buildings fell down, don't they feel like they...
It was sketchy as fuck.
Man, so
So, I mean, they would have
You're
been
getting
planning that
real
for a
into the
long
weeds,
time.
though. Like if you're going to talk about how the buildings fell, like you're getting real into the conspiracy part of it. You
And
know what I'm
I
saying?
still feel like there is some sort of conspiracy there. I
Yeah.
mean, that's just the way that I feel about
we
it.
had the perfect scapegoats, and that was Al Qaeda at
Yeah.
the time. We had a national threat, a national enemy that the government kept on saying, "Hey, we got to stop these motherfuckers." And what did Trump do as soon as he got knocked? ISIS got to go. ISIS got to go. If you think for a second ISIS is gone, you need to check up.
They'll just change their name, dude. And
It's
they'll come back to
rebranding.
something else.
I've talked to a couple people recently about rebranding. There was actually a movie that talked about. It was The Wire, and The Wire had this little education series that Stringer Bell did, and he was talking about using burner phones, but he was also talking about rebranding. And he said that we got some bad dope right now, but what do we do to make that dope sell? Well, man, you just fucking put a different stamp on it. Nobody wants to buy that shitty stamp, but if you put another stamp on that shit, they're going to be scooping it up. Maybe don't use as much cut or whatever. But the point being that if you rebrand something, you can make motherfuckers forget about everything that happened with them before. Like, I'm surprised Subway hadn't rebranded.
Yeah, because of the whole child rapist shit.
I won't go eat at Subway now just because fucking Jared's ass.
I don't go there because it sucks.
Which sucks, but there's a lot better subs in the world. But, dude, for convenience, Subway was cool.
Yeah.
And it was kind of half-ass healthy, but, man, when you got motherfuckers rubbing up on kids, I ain't buying none of your fucking food.
Hell nah, dude.
Not happening. So we were talking about documentaries.
Subway.
Let me.
Eat fresh.
Yeah.
Nigga.
Have you seen the Dennis Rodman documentary?
Man, I ain't seen no documentary.
Damn, I should have watched that
Fuck! I
before
can't
you
believe
came.
you didn't watch it,
Dude,
it's good.
That was the 30 for 30?
Yes.
It just came out.
Just came out.
I
So,
just saw him. He's
I-
on the Breakfast Club too. Did you see that? He's
Dude,
on the
I love
Breakfast Club.
Charlemagne the God.
Yeah, he
by the
just
way.
went on the Breakfast Club and he was talking about fucking Madonna.
Was he talking about when he went to fucking meet what's his name over in North Korea?
I only saw a clip and he was talking about how he listen to this, bro. Dennis Rodman was at a fucking poker table, all right, in Vegas, and Madonna calls the fucking casino and she says, and they're like, "Hey, Madonna's on the phone." He's like, "Yeah, shut the fuck up. That's not Madonna." He's like, "Give me the phone," and he picks up the phone. It's Madonna, and she said, "Dennis, I'm ovulating." And he said, "What the fuck is ovulating? Like, just fucking with her?" Yeah. And he got on a plane and flew 5 hours to fuck Madonna. Told him to hold the poker table for him till he got back. Dude, he flew 5 hours to go fuck Madonna and then flew back. And then started his poker game again.
And everybody waited for him?
Everybody waited. He said, if you got enough money, they'll hold the
Do you know that
fucking
he is
table.
one of the most 10 recognizable people in the world? He's in the top 10 most recognizable. So, you can go anywhere
Especially
in
when
the
he's
world.
wearing a wedding
and
dress.
1 out of 10 people. Well, 1 out of 10 people are going to fucking say, "Oh yeah, I know who that is."
Oh,
Damn, that's crazy.
So, but he went to see Kim in fucking South Korea and hung out with him and shit. And there was a big national
I remember
security
that.
threat.
I remember that.
Because he came back and he was like, "He's one of my best friends. This dude's fucking solid. I don't know why you have a problem with this fucking warmongering."
have you seen his country?
Dude, he's a fucking.
Have you seen the people, Dennis?
It's a nut job.
So is Dennis Rodman.
So and that even reinforces. Did you see the fucking movie, The Interview?
Yeah,
Yeah.
great, hilarious.
So that just reinforces that whole theory where like he gets him over there and he's like, let's go shoot some basketball and drive a tank. Now I'm
you
going
guys
to
wanna
kill
blow
you.
some shit up.
Yeah. Yeah, he seems like that kind of fucking dude, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy fucking
Like he'll
scary
win you
people.
over,
Yeah. But like,
and he's starving his people.
we all know this to be true, that like if there's somebody in your life that you really want to like, you will try your best to like them. You know? I mean, that's just how it is. We surround ourselves with those fucking
Isn't that
people.
like codependency, basically?
10-4.
Yeah.
That's exactly what that is. Yeah,
Because I see some motherfuckers with some motherfuckers.
What
that
made
be
him
like,
go
"Hey."
over there? Like, what caused that?
it's Dennis Rodman.
Well,
He's-
see, Kim Jong-un loves American media. Like, he loves the American media, like movies and shit. He's a movie buff.
Really?
And he's real into, like, American films. Because, you know that movie, The Interview, he told him if they made that movie, it was going to be a problem.
Yeah.
And, like, Seth Rogen and James Franco, they were like, fuck it, and made it anyways and released it. Because they made the movie, and he said, if you release that, we're going to have a fucking problem. Because he knows about all the movies in America and is real up on it. And they were like, fuck it. And do y'all remember that?
How ballsy
I
is
remember
that,
that people were like, we're going to get bombed by North
Yeah,
Korea because of
these
this fucking
motherfuckers
movie.
dropping this comedy about fucking Kim Jong-un.
Do you think he'd really do something like that?
I think he has
It'd be
the
the
capacity
worst
to,
mistake of his fucking life.
but I think he also understands that like he's North Korea in a big fucking pond.
Yeah. You ain't shit.
Yeah.
You ain't fucking shit.
Now, I'm not trying to say that like our particular military group right now has been funded enough to where we could have like the response that I think we would have. But
Oh, we would.
well, yeah, I
We
believe we
would.
would, but like I think there's been a lot of funding for military stripped in the past couple years. You know, I think there's
I mean, we put so much money in the military, bro. So much. Trillions and trillions.
well, we've done more than anybody else has
Yeah.
over like a 80, 90 year gap for sure. But, you know, there's other people that are dumping their money into it too.
Yeah.
You know, it makes it scary. Like, why are we still in Afghanistan?
That's crazy, dude.
You know why we're still in Afghanistan?
Why?
You know why I
Poppy
think we are?
field.
Heroin?
Poppy field.
Yeah, Poppy. Dude, the first podcast I ever did, this guy was talking to me about conspiracy theories. He was at my work talking to me about conspiracy theories and the poppy fields and the way we guard those poppy fields and dictate where that product goes throughout the world and shit. And I just clicked my phone on and started recording him talking. I didn't tell him. And he was like, and he got done talking about it. I was like, man, I'm thinking about starting a podcast. And I recorded you talking. Like, do you care if I post that on this little app I had? It ain't on none of this shit. And he was like, just don't put my name on it. He was like, I'm scared. Don't put my name on it. And
Yeah,
he was
man.
serious as fuck.
I-
he was scared of the government. Like,
I
trying
have
to come
zero fucking qualms in saying it, man. And like, I go on Donald Trump's Twitter feed regularly and tell him to get fucked.
after him. Do you really?
Oh, dude. So I used to every morning for like the first, I don't know, probably 6 to 8 months of his presidency. I sat on the toilet every morning and said some original way of how I thought he was a colossal piece of fucking shit. Fuck you. Suck my fucking dick. Donald Trump's a piece of shit. Hashtag. You name it.
Why you
Like,
hate him so much?
He's a fucking celebrity. He's not a president.
Yeah.
He has zero political experience.
Yeah.
And you can tell by his diplomacy that he has zero
Well, it's the
political
opposite of Obama. I
It
mean,
is
the
the- it
complete
is. It
opposite.
is.
Like, not a good talker.
experience. No.
Not
No.
a way with words.
But, you know, the only person I have to...
Not real compassion.
Well, so while we're talking about people that are not good with words, can we talk about the Republican that was in office before Trump? George W. Bush. Let's talk about
Dude,
his
he was
words
a puppet.
for a minute.
Dude, he was a puppet.
Yeah, but
hey,
his
fool
words
me once.
were bad too.
Fool me once. Well, we can't get fooled again.
Shit.
Fool
That's
me
what
twice.
the Who
We
says.
can't get fooled again. Dude, he had a lot of fuck ups, but it was funny.
Yeah, man. It was funny.
He
And
just
this
he
guy's funny,
honestly
too.
seemed like a sweet guy though. Like George Bush just seemed like this
Yeah, it's
nice
like your grandpa or
He just
something.
seemed like this
Yeah.
nice guy that was being controlled, but he was by Dick Cheney.
Yeah.
He signed over his fucking rights to Cheney, dude, and without even him knowing it. He was that dumb. He was that dumb.
I bet his dad was like, dude, what are you fucking doing?
Is Singer still alive?
No, he died a few years
Yeah,
ago.
that's what I thought. I heard he died.
Yeah, he died. But those dudes, man, I mean, it's all the same, man. Any politician, man, like
They're
you know,
kind of evil too, though.
There's some like local, like smaller people that you haven't been influenced to the point of like, you know, being a bad person yet. But man, when it gets further down the road, it's just it's bad.
You know who I like, and lean more right than I do left, I feel like. But I like Tulsi Gabbard. Do you know who that is?
Yeah.
I mean, she's got some, like, super left
Yeah.
ideas and shit. But, like, she's a veteran. She's, like, I mean, it's somebody that I feel like if we elect a woman, if we elected her, I feel like they wouldn't fuck with us.
Well, what I know to be fact is the first woman president could not be Hillary Clinton.
I think it
That's-
could be Tulsi Gabbard, though.
Yeah.
Maybe not
I just
this
think it
time,
couldn't
but,
have been
like,
Hillary.
I
It
feel
just-
like at some point it could be Gabbard just because she's a badass.
I believe
dude.
that's a distinct possibility,
Yeah.
man. Like, I mean, I don't, I don't know, man. Like, the one thing I know to be true that I've heard more than anything, well, not more than anything, but I've definitely heard a lot of out of the Democratic Party is their excitement about legalizing marijuana.
Yeah, I mean, it should be fucking legal, in my opinion. I mean, why make it? It's less dangerous than alcohol.
Well, the resources that the fucking local governments dump into fucking policing marijuana is ridiculous.
It's such a waste.
It's such a waste.
You could be doing other shit.
You guys just got fucking like 39,000 packs of heroin off the street here.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
So it was 39,000 packs of heroin, 6 ounces of soft, and a few grams of hard, and then like a pretty good amount of Molly.
$250,000.
$250,000 in some weapons.
Damn.
Yeah,
that's
but
a lot of
39,000
heroin,
packs of
dude.
heroin can fuck up a town quick.
That's a lot of
It's
heroin.
a lot of heroin, but there was more here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, for sure. But that's a lot.
Well, it's just like that big seizure they had in Philadelphia. They seized like 27 tons of fucking yayo on a goddamn container ship that, guess what, was owned by fucking, what bank was that? It was owned by a fucking major bank, one of the 6 largest banks in the country.
Holy shit.
But they don't know. They just own the boat. Like, they're
We think they don't
subcontract-
know.
Yeah.
They
There's another
say they don't know.
confusion.
But
I
those-
think a lot of people get paid to turn their cheek.
But 27 tons of fucking yayo. Not 27 kilos, 27
That's
tons
fucking 54,000 pounds.
of cocaine
54,000
that got
pounds.
all the way into the Philadelphia harbor.
Dude, you couldn't put 54,000 pounds in this room from the floor to the ceiling, I don't think.
27
no.
tons
Powder.
would fill this house up.
Yeah. You could, yeah.
You think of 27 one-ton trucks.
Think how fucked up you'd be if you walked into a house full of cocaine trying to get through it.
But I'm just saying, like, that's the
probably
way.
shit on
That's the
yourself.
way I put shit in. That's the way I put shit in perspective, man. Like, I think about 27 one-ton trucks. That's a lot of
Damn.
fucking coke.
That's crazy,
Yeah.
bro.
Somebody was pissed.
But hey,
Yeah.
somebody was
or
pissed.
either
but
maybe there was a larger batch
that's what
coming
I'm saying. So you imagine, you think for 1 second there, they shipped that shit in, it got caught. There's somewhere else that there's way more than that getting.
Yep.
Damn.
You know there
Guaranteed.
is.
Yeah, they got to have a
They
backup
always
plan.
got to have a fucking front, man.
Or like a decoy. Like some sort of decoy.
That's it. So that's why I'm not scared to say that I think the reason why we're still in the Middle East, Afghanistan, is because of fucking poppies. Period.
Do you
point,
think it's because of the
fucking blank.
FDA?
Well, man, so the opioid epidemic is so pharmaceutical opioids. That's what's fucking people up. When they eventually can't get them, they're getting street drugs. And like, what better way to keep a bunch of fucking Americans strung out and
Hooked.
dumb than to fucking have a direct supplier that is controlled by the fucking government?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Protected dope.
Dude,
Exactly.
how insane is that?
I mean, do you think for a second your government
You know who
wouldn't do that to
Geraldo
you?
Rivera is?
Yeah.
Did you-
So I
have
remember
you
when that
seen the
little
interview?
motherfucker fell in the damn well and he covered that shit, boy.
Have you
remember
seen the
that?
interview where he's over there talking to the soldiers that are guarding the poppy fields and
Yeah.
shit? That's insane, bro. Like, this dude found some shit out, or somebody found some shit out and sent his little ass over there.
He's what they call a whistleblower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think Jeffrey Epstein really killed himself?
Uh-uh.
No.
No.
You know who we're talking about, Brooks? The guy.
I
that-
remember seeing it.
He
on
had
the
like
news.
an island where he would take like the elite people.
So we
to.
found out actually when we went on that cruise that we probably passed that island
Holy shit.
when we went to the
shit.
Caribbean over Christmas a few years
So
back.
he owned an island?
Yeah, so he had a whole island that he would just fly these fucking dignitaries in from like DC and other fucking places and like they
Wine
just
him and dine him.
nah, they would just fuck youngins all over the island.
Oh.
He would like
Wasn't
import.
expecting that.
It's like sex trafficking.
Sex
shit.
trafficking.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
and he had them pent up.
And there was
on
a
an
whole
island.
list of fucking DC motherfuckers that were on here that had been to the island
Bill Clinton flew with him 30 times.
30 fucking times, dude.
Yeah, he likes to suck and fuck.
Little baby
Little
boys.
well, so that's the thing.
I
Like,
don't
there's no details on like who did what or anything.
There's some weird shit going
Jeffrey
on. in
fucking
there.
knew.
Weird shit.
Jeffrey fucking knew, and then he's fucking dead. And he was on suicide watch in a fucking like high security fucking prison to keep people away. But man, money will make a motherfucker like that CO. Somebody come up to that CO and was like, "Here's the deal: you'll never have to work again. Your family will never have to work again. We're going to give you a chunk of land in South America, and you're going to have armed guards, and you'll never have to want for
Just
anything
turn
for the
your
rest
head
of your
for
life.
20 seconds.
Don't even have to turn your head. We want you to do it. And here's the money. And here's the plan." Now, there's a couple of different scenarios that could play out. Would be like, you know what? We don't want to pay that motherfucking CO nothing. Let's kill him too.
Yeah,
I don't know
Nobody
where-
knows who he is.
Nobody
anyways.
knows nothing about that cat. But you can definitely look away. I mean, you know. If I'm sitting there, though, man, and I'm knowing what that motherfucker in that cell has been a part of, and I'm a CO and somebody propositions me with that,
I'm killing that motherfucker.
man, it's
You'll
going to be
never
hard
see
for me to
again.
say no.
I'm saying yeah.
It's gonna be real tough.
It's going to be tough. Because, man,
I might eat
that's
one of
a
his butt
lot.
cheeks after
I'm
I
going
kill
to
him.
chew
dude.
on that butt cheek, cuz.
That's a lot of butt cheeks.
Man, but I'm saying, like, you know, I feel like that ain't the first and only time. There's all
Nah,
kinds of
dude.
shit that's happened through history, man. It's
That
just
was
like,
the most obvious one though,
Oh,
that
yeah.
I've ever heard.
no
Like,
fucking question. dude.
so somebody gave that dude a $500 million home in New York. Gave it to him. Just gave it to him as a gift. Think about how weird that is.
That's pretty fucking
$500
weird.
million.
Think how many
house.
kids probably got fucked for him to get that house.
What a sick piece of fucking shit.
Sick
man.
piece of shit, dude.
But you
He's
know,
the only one that could
that's the-
implicate people, though, is what Paul's saying. Like,
Yeah, he
was
knew
the key.
everybody.
He was the key to locking up these elite people that are fucking kids.
And he dies just
Yeah.
gone.
on
And you know,
suicide
there's
watch.
like there's people that say the
Weird,
Clintons
man.
did it. There's people that say, you know, nobody knows.
I
who
think it
did
was somebody nobody knows. Like, I think it's somebody running shit that's so high up that nobody even knows who they are.
Whatever happened.
Like, how we don't even know who Banksy is, bro.
No.
We don't even fucking know who Banksy. You know who Banksy is? Like, just as far as what we're talking about.
Is that who you were talking
Yeah,
about? there?
like he
So,
does
graffiti guy.
political like graffiti, like it sends messages. Nobody even knows who he is. We don't even know if he's a dude or a chick. We're assuming he's a guy, but it's a guy in England, and like he'll make stencils, as what I think he does.
So he had this one like art show that he did where he was selling this famous piece he had that was a red balloon. Okay, this is how.
But no one knows his real name.
Nobody knows his
Nobody
real
knows
name.
nothing about his
Nothing.
looks or nothing. But listen, so he's got this fucking picture up, and these motherfuckers are in Sotheby's in fucking England bidding on this stuff, $1 million, $2 million, whatever. And when they finally clank the gavel, this motherfucker activates this something with a transmitter that takes the fucking picture they bought and runs it through a shredder in the bottom of the frame, and it dumps out right after.
Should
they
have
click
seen
the
these
gavel.
people's faces,
Dude,
bro.
it was the most incredible. He's like, and his hashtag on the fucking Instagram thing was like, what people would do for a fucking piece of art. Like,
Dude, it's giving me chills.
That
How
gives me chills 'cause
insane
he
is
just
that?
Threw that money away, basically.
He don't get the money.
he don't
He
fucking
don't want
get
his
the money.
artwork ever sold.
he don't think it should be.
Really?
He don't
does
think
it
art should
just-
cost money.
He does it just to state an opinion, like
Yeah.
to troll people. He's like a famous
the
troll.
ultimate picture troll. Like this dude, he's got it. He's got it down.
Like he's got. There's
You
So
should
he
follow
must be
him on
making good money.
I
Somewhere.
follow him
him
on
on
Instagram.
Instagram,
Yeah,
man.
and he's got some really cool
some
captions.
really cool shit.
Him or her.
She, we don't know.
Yeah, whoever it is.
Could
but
be
yeah.
a tranny, dude.
Yeah, could be.
Ooh,
Could be.
that just made it that much more hotter for
I'm
me.
just-
Really?
Could be a chick with
I
a
mean,
dick,
you
dude.
know, chudes.
Could be a dude with some tits.
What the fuck did this damn podcast turn to?
Turned ugly, didn't it?
I mean, I'm a weird motherfucker, but I'm not going that
I mean,
far.
I like midgets. I don't know.
Really?
I'm just not that
Yeah,
weird.
midgets
No,
don't do anything
I'm
for
just
me.
I don't
not
know
that
shit. Oh, okay.
Let me tell you what's got me gommed up, though. I ain't even gonna lie, man. And I know there's probably some people.
Wait, what'd
listening
you
to this
just say?
that- Gommed up.
Gommed up.
Gommed up is
It's
like
got me
when you-
stuck. So
when you
listen,
snort-
man.
When you
I'm
snort that one line,
no, that one that's got you going.
Looking like half Thor.
that's gommed up.
Yeah.
When you can't even speak.
So gommed up. What's got me gommed up, man, is like the porn industry. the stepmom and stepdaughter.
That's all it
porn.
is. That's the most like popular shit.
Yeah.
Step brother,
I have a
step
hard
sister
time with
porn,
that.
dude.
have a hard time with
Dude,
that.
I ain't been watching porn because I got to get ready for my
I need
October
to go
challenge,
for a
bro.
sabbatical. Well, I'm about. I'm about to have the October challenge, and it's a tiny human, so I'm not ready for that either.
Yeah, dude, your kid's about to be born. Dude.
So whoever completes the challenge gets the belt.
Yep. And if
So please, just because I missed it totally, what exactly
watch
does
that.
the challenge consist of?
okay, so
And it's called
it's called the Sober October Challenge, but
Sober October.
yeah, but like I'm sober, like I don't do any drugs, and they smoke and drink and shit, but not really. I mean, it's not like
they're sober.
it's not like a problem. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
So
No.
like that's not the challenge. It's more like giving up shit that we do every single day.
So you're doing like Lent.
It's like Lent, yeah, but it's like
A month.
3 things, yeah. How long is Lent?
I don't know.
I
but
think it's a
like-
month.
Is it?
I
I thought
think.
it was a week.
Maybe it's a week.
Yeah.
We're doing a fucking month. I told him, I was like, when
This
all
will be
you,
tough.
we're in a group text, and I've been talking shit for 2 months straight to these motherfuckers, and I'm like, look, when all you guys fail in the first fucking week, I'm still riding it out 31 fucking days. I'm not stopping.
You're going to do it out of spite, aren't
I'm gonna
you?
do it out of fucking spite. I'm going to the
So
dark
what are the
place,
3 things that you're giving up?
Oh, we all give up the same thing.
So what are the 3 things? That
So
the
we're
group's
giving up caffeine,
Uh-huh.
sugar. You can have natural sugar like fruit and things of that nature, but no
refined,
refined
no-
sugar, nothing with added sugar,
Right.
none of that shit. So no sugar, no caffeine, no self pleasure, no jerking off.
Yeah.
you can pleasure
For a
yourself
month?
for a month, bro. I'm doing it for 31 days. October's got 31
I
days
wouldn't
in it,
fucking
bro.
last a week.
He's a bachelor though, so he.
I want that belt, dude.
Yeah.
I want that. No, you can fuck.
That's what I'm saying. You're a bachelor.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what I'm
you
saying.
can fuck.
I'm not.
I mean, you can fuck
That's
your
a negative
wife.
for me too.
True.
Yeah.
I mean,
well-
you got a wife you can fuck.
Right. No, that's helpful for sure.
You're welcome, guys. You're
Yeah.
welcome. For
Oh,
that.
thank you.
I didn't know what I was going to do with this last trimester. I should just be fucking. Not just like beating knots in this baby's fucking head.
Dude,
That's what I should be
pregnant pussy's the best pussy, bro. Come on, it's the wettest, bro.
The wettest and
it's
the
the
bettest.
best. It's
Ah.
the best, bro.
Holy fucking shit. Well, man, like
You think you lost me on the sugar part?
sugar kind of fucked me up.
Yeah,
too.
one of my buddies lives.
Like I could do the caffeine. I think I could do the caffeine.
Yeah.
But the sugar would be.
Man,
tough.
I don't know, dude. Like I really
Sugar's
depend
gonna be the
on
hardest part
caffeine,
for me.
man. I really depend on caffeine.
Sugar's
Does that
gonna be
mean you
the-
can't have milk? Because sugar's in milk.
See, I looked that up, and I love milk.
I love
But we have to clear shit like that with the group.
Well, so you can get milk that doesn't have sugar added. So you can get so if you go to a creamery, like a dairy farm,
Yeah.
you can get some legit fucking
I'm
milk.
gonna have to go to a dairy farm and
Dude,
churn some butter,
Man, that's
bro.
the thing, man. Like that's the one thing I love about being up the way is like that shit's all over.
That's
You've
so
got
cool,
competing
man.
fucking creameries, places to buy local fucking
How is that
cheese.
milk,
Ice
dude?
cream?
Oh man, yeah, any of it, dude. Oh, it's fucking good.
Is it
dude.
pasteurized?
Yeah. I mean, it's pasteurized, but like some of it's not. Some of it's not pasteurized milk.
Getting
I
that
think
black
you can
market milk, baby.
You can get that shit that ain't been fucked with.
Yeah.
Like straight from the teat.
straight from the
The shit
teat.
that's not making us grow like
Third
weird
arms and
I
shit.
see, man. I can't even talk about it.
What?
Just
We
I went
wanna
to the
know.
grocery store today and there was this. She had to have been 18 years old.
Uh-oh.
God darn! I mean, she
I
had.
said, uh-oh.
I mean, she was just.
So are you
voluptuous,
sure she
developed.
was 18?
Very developed.
But I love how you just immediately said, "Oh, she was 18."
Yeah, definitely.
She might have been
18.
That's what I'm. So I'm glad you brought that up because that's been a contention of mine for a long time, man. And like, I do not for 1 second remember any fucking girl in my high school career that looks like some of these kids now.
Why do you think that is?
Human growth hormone.
Yeah, but hadn't it always been in that shit?
No,
Nah.
not
No?
like it is now.
I don't think so.
Well, so I feel like that as the population grows, they have to do things to genetically modify the chickens and the
Because
cows
they're
to
producing
produce
more.
Yeah.
So when they
Need
add
more,
these
more,
things
more.
in, like the next thing you know, they're like, "Oh, I got the 6th grader that has a fucking C cup or a D cup."
And is already having her period.
Yeah. So like, there's some
Damn,
advanced
weird.
shit. Yeah, dude, it's fucking weird. And I think about my daughter.
That's what I was about to ask. Do y'all think about y'all's kids, like, as far as that?
No, I don't.
Man, I don't know.
Just because a damn, gallon of milk is fucking $5 if you get it.
Sharshi drinks a lot of milk.
Yeah,
I love
it's
milk.
expensive.
Sure,
If
yeah,
you-
but I drink all organic milk. Like if I buy milk, it's 100% organic.
Yeah.
I don't fuck with anything but organic milk.
Yeah.
Just
See, I
because
don't.
like I've seen some fucking bad footage of what happens, and I've been to a dairy farm,
And they just mistreat the cows and shit.
Mass production dairy farms are just like bloody pus filled fucking.
Oh God,
Milk
damn!
jugs and-
All right, okay, because you're gonna
Just-
ruin milk for me.
Hey
forever,
man, I'm
Paul.
telling you what's happening, man. If you're buying fucking like budget milk, you're getting budget fucking milk, bud. And there ain't no telling what's in that shit. Of course, I also use Skull, which is probably floor scraps and molasses. So I don't really need to be judging nobody for drinking like lower class milk. But if there's one thing I splurge on, it's milk and eggs.
Yeah.
Like
I
milk,
love milk and eggs.
milk and
dude.
eggs are two things that like I throw that extra money at because it's worth it to me to know that like hopefully that stamp means something.
I always get organic free roam eggs though, because the
Oh,
yolk's
yeah.
more orange. It's like an orangier.
If you're not getting like a solid orange egg,
I love an orange
it's
yolk,
probably not a
dude.
good egg.
It's such.
Yeah.
Oh, yeggs.
Oh, yegg.
Them
It's so
motherfuckers
good,
down in
man.
Statesville, they be eating them yeggs.
Egg,
young
boy.
man.
So it's not Statesville, it's State Road.
Whatever.
Statesville is in Iredell County. It's also about
I'm
20,
sure you've been called
20
that
minutes
before.
south of Elkin, North Carolina. Brooks is checking his phone again. He has somewhere he needs to be.
Dude, I love an orange yolk though. Straight up.
Oh,
It's because they eat the bugs, dude.
Uh-huh.
It's because they walk around and eat bugs and shit.
Yeah.
Isn't that
You
crazy?
like quail eggs too, don't you?
Ooh.
Man, you don't remember that.
I do remember that.
I ate a fucking quail. One time I went out with him and Josh, and I just wanted them to like me, dude. And they were like,
This is how you won them over?
yeah, they
Was
were like,
quail eggs?
Josh said, there's a quail egg on the menu. He's like, you going? It was like 75 cents, bro.
Yeah.
And I thought it was like $8 or something. And he was like, you gonna eat it if I buy it? Like he was gonna buy me some like fucking upscale
Extravagant,
shit.
yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I'll fucking eat it, dude. And they bring it out. It's literally a cracked raw egg on a fucking like
Half
sushi
shell?
rice, like on a piece of rice, on a sushi fucking cube
Roll,
of rice.
yeah.
Yeah, roll.
How was that?
It was disgusting.
Yeah.
It was bad.
Yeah.
It tasted terrible.
Yeah, man.
Have you ever eaten a raw egg?
I have. I actually
Not good.
saw some footage of a fighter on a movie that was drinking raw eggs, and I thought it was going to be good to do because I was young, and it was one of the grossest fucking things I've ever done. Do you know one of the worst egg scenes I've ever seen, though? Have you
What?
guys seen Napoleon Dynamite?
Oh
I've
yeah.
seen
Do you know where he goes and works on that chicken farm? And they make that fucking, they have egg salad that's sitting out in the sun, and he gets some lemonade looking stuff out, and he cracks an egg in it, stirs it up in the sun, and just takes a big swig.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah,
was fucking. I
dude.
forgot about that scene.
Oh.
What a great movie.
We just watched it the other day.
That's such a good movie, dude.
Yeah, we watched Napoleon. So every now and again, Sarah and I revisit some like movies we ain't seen in a while, and Napoleon was one we did the other day.
good.
And what was it? So we did something else too. Oh, I did a marathon for Friday the 13th.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I had a guy drink 12 fucking raw eggs on this podcast in a
Oh, my
mason
God.
jar, a full fucking dozen cracked
that,
raw
Jordan?
eggs. Yeah, yeah,
Who?
dude. This dude Jordan, he's from up like New York and shit, but
Uh-huh.
he is a piece of white garbage, dude. That's why I like him so much, dude. He's a piece of white trash.
Did he
shit,
drink
bro.
12 egg yolks?
Yes, dude. Chugged
Wow.
them.
He probably drinks every morning 12 egg yolks.
He probably does. He's a savage.
He
bro.
walks around like he's carrying 2 briefcases. You
Is
know
he
what I
strong?
mean? He's strong. Boy.
He ain't that strong.
Yeah.
He ain't that
I mean,
strong.
he walks around like he's strong.
yeah, he acts like he's strong.
Man, I'll tell you what, those cats that act like they're strong, they're probably not strong.
Man, I talked to Cooper the other day, and he's got me wanting to go
He's
try.
gotten real strong.
He said he's quitting powerlifting. He said it's just not worth it. He's like, I'm fucking my body up. It ain't worth it. And then he was like, but I did my first Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu class last night, and he said it was fucking amazing. He's like, you got to come do it. And he's got me wanting to come do it, but I got to figure out how to work that into my life and what needs to come out for that to go in because there's not enough time, you know what I mean? But
Yeah, man, I'm trying to find
Wait till you
something.
get that second one.
oh, yes. But once they get to be like 2 or 3, just fucking throw them out in the yard.
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
With a tire and a fucking.
I got some tires back there.
A tire and a golf club. That's all you
Beat
need.
on that, and I'll be right
How about
back.
you boys go dig a hole and I'm gonna have another beer? Did we cover everything? Are we good?
Probably not,
Yeah.
man.
That was
We
a
can always do this
fantastic
again.
podcast,
Pretty
dude.
good.
That was
good.
good.
I'm so
Brooks,
glad.
man, by the way, I'm really impressed with how you ended up
He
doing.
Really?
handled himself
Yeah.
well, dude.
Yeah, I thought you were going to be a little more herky-jerky, but you were smooth.
Now that he figured out like to let the mic just kind of
he was touching it so much.
He was, dude. Dude, he was deep throating that thing at the beginning of the podcast.
Oh,
Well, this is my you broke my damn cherry.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Cherry Poppins.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to catch up with you too, because
Yeah.
I don't see you enough no more.
Thanks
Don't
for
nobody
having me
see me.
back.
And it's cool to have it where he ain't picking his phone up where he can't hear me and shit.
You know, it's funny. That's the thing that I thought I was going to see more than anything out of Brooks was like we weren't going to be able to have a podcast because he was going to be buried in that.
He
fucking
can't hear
phone.
you. He can't hear you when
Yeah.
he picks it up. You knew that though
You
before
did
I
good,
said that,
man.
didn't you,
Thank
Brooks?
you.
So
Thank
good.
Yeah, you did really fucking
Thanks.
good.
Yeah. I'm glad you had me back.
Dude, anytime. Anytime you're in town, I want
I'll
to hear
do
some
it.
redfish stories next time. Are
I'm
you going to
really
get on
hoping-
them or what?
So
Let's
tomorrow,
speak it into the fucking universe.
So we have plans to catch some trout and some redfish, but
Limits.
we have the contingency plan of the head of sheep.
Oh, yeah.
So if it's like super windy, we're probably going to hit some docks.
Dude, if he's got a fucking 1/0 hook in his mouth and it's got pink leader line hanging out of it,
It's your boy.
that's my 10-pounder I lost.
All right.
I need a little sliver of him when you
So it's
cook
just
them. That's
like-
all I want. I
it's-
want
it's
his butt cheeks,
Pink
bro.
fluorocarbon? Is that what
Yeah,
I'm
it's
looking
pink
for?
fluorocarbon,
Okay.
yeah.
I'll be on the lookout for that shit.
Dude, he's
Yeah.
a 10-pounder.
Oh,
He's
man.
fucking humongous.
You know, I took Brooks fishing.
Did you?
On my bachelor party. He actually was slaying the fucking fish.
No shit.
Every time-
First cast.
Yeah, we took him in the
a
kayak.
fucking doormat.
He fucking pulled up a flounder.
No
First
shit.
cast.
No
cast.
shit. Where'd
Landed
y'all-
right on his
around
back.
here? Y'all went around here?
So we were in the cut. We were in the kayak.
Can't really
cut.
tell you where we're at.
Yeah, that's a real fisherman.
My man.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like that.
But I can tell you this:
I had
to
fucking
get
no idea where I was
to
at.
get Brooks where we were going, there were 2 kayaks with trolling motors pulling Brooks on a trollerless kayak.
Holy
But when
shit.
we got to the spot, Brooks posted up and fucking gamed out. He fucking fished like a
So
boss.
did you land that flounder? You got it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Got it in the
dude,
boat
got
and
it in the
shit?
boat, man.
I think I was the only one to catch anything.
There
all
is
day.
actual film footage, so there's pictures and video of fish being caught by this guy right here at my
Wow.
bachelor party. And then we went out and fucking hit the Spanish up in the fucking break and slayed them with some sting silvers.
Not in the fucking kayak.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah, man.
That's
Killed it.
insane, dude.
It was the bachelor party was fucking fun.
Yeah, and then we had some damn hookers come over and damn dance on us.
Well, so
We made him
I
feed
really
you flounder.
hope that.
Take your clothes off, bitch, and feed me some flounder.
Oh my god! So that's the first time that news has been released. By the way, folks.
This is the end, dude. Nobody's watching it at this
God
point.
damn! I really hope nobody's watching this,
Oh, I didn't know that was
That part was a joke.
especially my wife that never knew anything about that.
was a joke.
It's a joke.
Okay,
Sarah.
well, that's the end of this podcast, guys. Thanks
All right,
for
guys.
watching.
Man,
Thank you.
it's good to see you.